out there beyond the stars. Oh, and I travel the world for you to find out where you
Let's do it.
I'll remind you about that later.
Hello, we are here.
Yep, I'll remind you about that later. We are here. Yep, there we are.
Hi, we're back.
How we going?
This is our first episode of Masks of Nyarlathotep, the full campaign. Yes, I know that seems weird. We have done the prelude. We survived somehow. Some of us got very insane. Some of us got more sane somehow. I don't know how that works, but that's going to go down. It really is. But yes, we're back. It's fantastic. We survived. We're good. We're going to have Syrinscape in the background. They have actually got the full Masks of Nyarlathotep sound sets for this campaign, which is awesome. We're going to be probably supplementing that with some Syrinscape, with some other Syrinscape sounds. And they're not a sponsor, but go check them out at Syrinscape.com because they do amazing stuff and they can really set the mood of a setting, a campaign, even a scene. We have LoveMaps RPG doing all our maps for this game. They donated their maps, their VTT version of the maps, which are pretty much the exact same of the normal ones, but they are set to really be optimized by the virtual tabletops like Roll20, which we're using, and proud being part of the Roll20 Spotlight program. I've clocked up, oh man, far too many thousands of hours in Roll20, just loving it and how they do the dice rolls and everything. Even though everyone complains that the dice rolls are rigged against them, it's just pure random numbers. There's something else going on as well. Oh yes, you can donate to the channel, but donating to the channel, $1 per 100 bits, can give that person that you nominate some luck. It's D6 luck. If you subscribe to the channel, everybody gets a choice between that D6 luck or D6 sanity. And if you gift subscribe, there's a choice between D6 luck, D6 sanity, or an experience tick. Experience ticks come in where you kind of experience runs differently in Call of Cthulhu, but they're really, really important, especially for boosting skills which are hard to get up from zero. So that's pretty much all the bookkeeping that I can think of, unless MLP fixes
you always
something.
forget the player safety stuff.
Yes, you can do the player safety stuff.
Yeah, player safety. We run X card system, lines and vowels, and we also, every person here has filled out a consent form, so we know what not to do because we value our players.
And the last part is Lorian Ross SoundCloud, and pretty much everywhere else you get sound and music and stuff, did the intro music, as well as the warped version that we have when we come back from our break.
With an audio warning.
Yeah. So I think that's about it.
Oh, if you watch on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, please.
We're finished. We can get into the game.
I'm the GM and I'm scared shitless. I'm the keeper and I'm scared shitless because this is like Peru is just like this is like
Now we're in the deep water. We're in the deep.
So if you
Let's
this campaign is a
immediately
mega
get on an
campaign.
airplane to a different continent.
Love that.
As the
that'd be a
GM,
little bit difficult, but give it a try.
as our keeper, where are we starting? Are we doing our introductions, or are we doing that in game?
do your introductions about your characters and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
We'll do little vignettes as I discussed earlier.
Okay.
Where you were when you get the telegram from Jackson.
Good, I wasn't listening earlier. Fantastic. So, my name is Karsh Goblin. I'm playing Sergeant Jack Hunt, an Australian boxer who ended up in the war in the US. So in the war in in Europe. Then met Aveline Baker in the war, and Aveline dragged me out of semi-organized crime, maybe, to join up with this crew, to go to Peru to meet up, to then go to the Egypt's pyramids. But somehow we made a lot of money from that. A lot of money.
Yeah, like
Yeah. So things have changed from the 5 years from the Prelude, which hence the jacket and the top hat.
didn't your character blow all the money though?
That's what he blew all the money
we
on.
don't know yet.
That's true. You're right.
We were
I'm,
actually
I'm assuming.
We were discussing this earlier because we actually let people know out of anyway, sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So I think I think Phoenix. I'm curious to.
I'm Phoenix, and I am playing Alejandro Garcia. He was our Peruvian local guide / spy, as it were, watching to make sure that these yahoos didn't steal all sorts of antiquities. But he's a decent businessman. He made sure they got paid. He got paid as well, of course, and now he's got more money than he had, which was already a good amount. So he has been focusing on his business and growing it and chasing leads.
Interesting. I think we'll go to Eon, because Eon has got other people triggered as well. There's other connections from Eon, so I have to go with Eon.
It's true. We're
Oh,
all
no.
intertwined in whatever Eon's up to.
Hello, my name's Eon, and I am Sidney Tyson, who has been spending the last 5 years establishing a very large and well-connected business enterprise in New York. Most of it is not above the board, though some of it is. Recruiting people of various skill sets, from chemistry to occult to firearms and brawling. And she's been using her connections because she is, quite frankly, scared out of her mind after 2 encounters with eldritch gods, and wants every weapon she can have in her arsenal to try and survive her next encounter with them.
Do you have a pipe gun?
I probably have one kicking around somewhere, but Jack's not allowed it.
Damn. So the person that got Jack out of organized crime. What? Say, Caitlin, do you want to do your introduction?
Hi there. I'm CestCaitlin, also got my cat. I play Aveline Baker, money launderer. So what had happened was,
And mob doctor, don't forget the mob doctor.
I thought you were in the medical profession.
and mob doctors. So
And
what had
actual doctor
happened
now,
was,
not just nursey.
Yeah.
I got my collegiate degree. I am now a doctorate of medicine, biochemistry. Close enough. I do treat some wounds on the side as I've opened up a clinic, and my dear friend keeps on sending me a lot of her cohort, which seems to always end up with bruised ribs, broken knuckles. It's very odd.
Black eyes.
Yeah, black eyes. It's crazy.
Broken noses.
Broken
Occasional
noses.
gunshot wounds, though.
Yeah.
Those are just accidents on the shooting range.
Yeah.
Broken knees. A lot of broken kneecaps.
Yeah.
No. We don't send the ones who get broken kneecaps.
No.
They have to pay for their own doctors.
It's really funny.
We don't break your kneecap and then give you health care. I mean, come on. What type of organization do you think we're running?
Sydney's
A
got
good
some
one.
great healthcare. Yeah, going on.
This is how you keep your peons.
It's true.
No. Yes, I would do it with my peons, but these are my victims.
You take them at your clinic so you can charge them
Yeah.
and make them
Refer
owe you
them
more money.
afterwards. Yeah.
That is always an option.
Just put a
What is it?
card in their pocket. Here's some doctors to go to.
Yeah. we recommend these ones. You'll get a discount. No,
Preferred supplier.
yeah.
We are so
We
messed
got
up.
distracted.
Oh, we got. Welcome to our
Aveline
pre-show, by the way.
has also been reading on the side, collecting a small library of both medical tomes and occult healing, is what I'm going to call it. Has been dabbling here, dabbling there, as well as opening up her own tea shop, because, dear God, these Americans could not make a cup of tea to save their life. So part of that, I just let my good friend Sidney handle the finances, and I get to enjoy some revenue as well as a nice cup of tea.
And Eguy.
Hello, I'm Eguy. I was formerly playing taking the role of Jackson Elias, our writer of the group. And after the Prelude, I am playing another writer by the name of Emmett Barnes. In the time between the end of the Prelude and now, Emmett has become somewhat of a protege of Jackson's, and looked to him for writing advice. Emmett himself is very well educated, Ivy League educated, in fact, coming from a well-to-do family, and he's a bit full of hot air, if you know what I mean. So
He'll fit right in.
I'm very interested to see how this new character, who is a stranger to most of the rest of the party, how he'll be looped in. But he himself is not above breaking some laws. He has a personal interest in finding out more about the occult.
Okay.
We'll find out more.
Fantastic. I think that's about everybody. MLP, do you want to start?
Well, first off, I'm MrLiveProducer. I'll be your keeper for this evening. And yeah, I want to start, but I'm also slightly terrified, so
You got
very
this.
apt. I'm going to make you terrified, so my stress is your stress. Mikasa, your casa. Alright. Okay. So, it is now the year 1925, 4 years after your Peruvian exploits. Stuff has happened, and in the end of December, you get a telegram. It is a telegram from your dear old friend, Jackson Elias. It's a very, very simple telegram. And it just says, have information concerning Carlisle exhibition. Stop. Need reliable investigation team. Stop. Meet January 15th, New York. Stop. Signed, Jackson Elias. So, we are going to, well, let's just say, okay. Karsh, where were you when you got this telegram?
So,
What has happened in the last 4 or 5 years?
So, in the 4 or 5 years, Jackie's had a bit of a runaway train of a, well, more of a train crash of a, like an up and down in his life. He's gone from being the soldier and the essentially the gun bunny of the previous expedition to using all the immense amount of money that we got from that, let's just say, to buy his way into society. So he got married, divorced. She took the manor. The manor, which she thought was like an estate in England, turned out to be a shithole farm in Western Australia. So she got the fun part with the kids as well. But Jack, you find Jack getting the Carlisle telegram at the Royal Geographical Society in England. Hence the top hat, the suit, which doesn't really fit. So that's kind of where he is in life. He also runs an expedition company, essentially security for expeditions. He thinks that everyone's around him are friends, but yeah, they see right through him. They know he's just a soldier, pretending to be rich these days. But oh well, boys. Looks like I'm going to be heading off to New York, back to the colonies. It seems.
Oh yes, not to Egypt and the Peruvian pyramids.
Ah yes, no. Heading up to the colonies. Might do a spot of hunting over there. Here they're very interested in their weaponry and guns. Might be able to collect some new items to protect the next expedition to Egypt. Should be good fun and tip top, everybody. And just walks out. I'm sure laughter.
You can't see her, but there's like eye rolls, a bit of a snigger, and they just go back to drinking their cognac and go, why do we keep him around again? Because he bought his way in, dear. Oh yes, and yet he does half decent security.
And now
does his gun come out of his holster? For the half-decent security, does his gun come out of its holster?
Oh, he doesn't hear. He's walked off.
No, I was half expecting Jack to slightly trip and the gun to fall out.
Can he roll a dodge roll?
No, come on.
I'm not gonna waste your first roll on that.
That's fair.
All right, who's up next?
I can go next.
No, Eric, we'll leave you last. Or Eguy, we'll leave you last because. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, cause
reasons.
Yeah. Well, Aveline would be out over in probably Connecticut, since that's where she's ended up, since it's close by where Yale was when she got her degree. Heaven forbid you go further from the coast. Oh yeah, I went to Yale. Fool, this is my fantasy setting. I can go wherever.
Also, Ivy League. What?
You know,
we're going to like each other.
Yeah.
Or hate each other. Gonna be interesting.
Yeah, yes. So is actually at her tea shop, enjoying a nice cuppa while thumbing through a new acquisition for her library.
Okay, so you would look up and you would see a haggard young man walk in with a telegram. Said, Aveline Baker.
That would be me. What can I do for you?
A telegram. Passes it to you.
Of course. Are you okay? You seem dehydrated.
Oh, thank you very much, but I'm fine, but thank you.
Well, here, take a cookie to go. It's the very least. Oh, and this, and she'll like hand like I assume like a quarter is really good back in the day. Like a quarter, some pops stuff. Like you get someone to walk it over. 1920 quarter. Yeah. Please go hydrate and get the meal. You'll feel much better.
Thank you, miss. And
we'll crack it open, read it, and be like, oh my. Well, let me clear my schedule and my patients, I suppose. Maybe contact Miss Tyson. I feel like she would like to be aware of this. And that'll be good.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then Jack's Sidney, what would probably happen is where does the telegram person find you?
Sidney has a very nice house that is completely legitimate and attached to a antique store that is the main front of her business.
Okay, and
it's not that big. It's not that big. Like I say, it's a very modest house that has a decent number of rooms, a very large basement, and it's just on the edge of the city, so that it's that little bit away from all the hustle and bustle, while still having a good access to all of its nice amenities. And it has a very large backyard with some trees and rose bushes.
Okay, Just for shiggles, what's the name of your shop?
Oh, that's a good question. Better in the past.
I'll allow it. Okay, so the telegram person comes to the store of be better than the past. Better in the past or better than the past?
I think better in the past, but
Better in the past. Okay. Would your reputation be known, or have you taken steps to make sure you're not really known in that industry?
In which? In her actual profession or the antique world?
In her actual profession.
Okay.
Would people know that dealing with a telegraph to you is like shooting the messenger?
Oh no, she does not have the reputation of shoot the messenger. That would not be it. You don't want to piss her off, but she's not the, like... She's got more of the Al Capone reputation of cross her and you never appear again, but not in the you cross her on the street and she blows your head off.
Okay.
More gentlemanly, please.
So the telegram person says, a little younger kid comes, hello?
Oh, hello, dear. Dear, what are you here for?
I was walking by the telegraph shop and they told me to give this to you.
Oh, well, thank you very much, dear. Hold on just one moment. So, dear, who at the telegram shop sent you? And she's, like, fishing around, like, in a candy bowl, looking for, like, behind the counter for a candy bowl and, little business cards.
Mr. Grimes, I think, sent me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Do you go there often, or do you work there? I don't think I've met you before.
No, I'm just a new hiree. With all the new... it's such a great thing seeing messages from all over the world.
That is. Well, here you go. She'll give, like, she basically gives him, they're saying, you can pick one of the candies. Candies, thank you for giving the delivery. That I was very happy with your service, and perhaps you'll be able to continue sending messages from me, and if you're looking for more work, do feel free to stop by. I send a lot of messages in the city.
Hey, we love connections.
I'm just thinking, this girl, I'm going to have to send this guy up.
Yep. Note
Really?
the name of the person you just made up because that's going to be my
Pretty much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you give me an NPC to
Yes, I did.
start interacting and corrupting?
Yes, I did.
Mistake number one.
Mistakes have been made.
Don't worry, I've done the exact same thing with my players. Like,
Yeah.
they'll just be like, hey, I love this character. And I'm like, dang it, what's their name now?
Did I give a name?
No, you did not.
Good. I will think of a name.
Yep.
Okay.
But
I will think of a
yeah.
name. It's like, well, thank you. Golly gee.
Now run along, and just as a note, please do be careful around the rose bushes. They're very fragile, and they've just been watered.
With blood.
No, they're not watered with blood. But she does have very large, like, award-winning size
bodies on
rose
the
bushes.
You just
Yes!
said these bodies on the bushes. I get it. There's bodies
It's the
under bushes.
fertilizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, roses do very well with blood meal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
Thank you. Oh yes, I'll see you later. And runs off and looks at the flowers, takes a big giant side step to the side, looks at you, gives a thumbs up, and just runs off.
Yep.
Oh.
Sydney would then look at the telegram, and it basically, does it tell us where to meet? Sorry, it says to meet
New York.
It meets New York, doesn't actually tell you where to meet.
Jackson. What are you up to this time, and why did you send it like this? I've been in New York for 4 years. You could just stop in and say hi. Oh, you old fool. All right, best get on the phones. I've got to make some calls.
Bing, bing.
Okay, and while the phone calls are happening, is any of them to Phoenix? Is any of them to Alejandro or Where's Alejandro right now?
Alejandro would be home in Lima. He is not currently on expedition. And yeah, he would be at home in Lima.
Okay, so inside your nice home, you get a slight knock at the door. Do people in Lima still know about you? They're not really afraid of you at the moment?
No.
With all the work that you've done in museums and all that stuff, has your station elevated at all?
Probably, and it's not like he can hide his wealth in town either. So
okay, so again, another little messenger comes to you. It says, Mr. Garcia, telegram
Yes.
for you from New York.
And give them a tip, start reading it, and then he'll go make a call to start making travel arrangements. Very quick
Now-
and simple.
Very quick and simple. I like that.
He is, well, it had keywords because he and Jackson have been talking back and forth about the Carlyles over the last few years.
Yes.
You had keywords for Jack. It was stop. That was the keywords that came to mind for him.
Oh, so Jack didn't come?
No, the keywords in the actual telegram.
Yeah, stop. Like, stay where you are.
Yeah.
It's repeated 3 times.
So, is there anything that you want to do in the next couple of weeks before we get to New York?
Like I said, I'd place the phone call. Let you know. Be like, hey, I'm heading to New York. You're heading to New York. Oh my God, great to see you, Jackson.
Is this to Sydney?
To Sydney, and then I'd be, yeah.
Okay, well, play it out.
Oh,
Come on. You said it. Play it out.
role play. Oh, that wasn't
Now,
fair.
what time would you be calling, though? Because depending on when you're calling, like, is whether or not it's Sydney picking up the phone or whether it's one of her hirelings picking up the phone.
Right.
Employees.
Probably what?
Oh.
Probably like a midday, like 3 p.m. tea time.
Okay.
Tea time phone call. Yeah.
Yeah, so she'd just be closing up the shop like it's...
Yeah. So you'd hear like right before tea time, a little bling.
Yeah.
Bling.
Hello, Better in the Past Antiques, how can I help you?
Oh, good. Person I wanted to. This is Aveline.
Oh, Miss Baker, it's a lovely... I'm sorry, Dr. Baker, my apologies, I still
Thank
slip up a
you.
little bit. How is it going?
Oh, it's going well. I keep on seeing your people sometimes. It's very
Yes,
good.
and thank you so much for that.
Oh, it's no trouble. Anything to help a friend. I did want to let you know. Did you hear from Jackson?
Did you get a telegram as well?
I did. I found it quite strange.
It has been fitting his last several messages, but that being said, I assume you're making arrangements to come to New York then?
Yes, I was going to take the train down, not too far. It's maybe a day trip for me to get all the way to New York.
Yes, if you'd like, I can have a guest room made up. I do have plenty of spares, so you don't have to spring for a hotel room while you're here, and also I'm going to be doing a little bit of legwork to try and figure out where Jackson is staying since he neglected to tell us this information.
I was hoping you would have that information. Maybe someone else would have gotten a bit more of an address.
He does tend to favor the Hotel Chelsea.
No, I know, that was going to be her first stop.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do know that he has a favorite in town, and I've, listen, this might be a better conversation for in person, but I have a feeling that with how Jackson's been acting, I have actually been worried for his health, physical and of the mind. So I am very glad that we will have a doctor here.
Oh, you think he's gotten a bit too far into his research, do you?
Well, he does tend to go to some rather dangerous locations, and he has been rather blasé about his own health in the past. So I have a feeling that he might not realize age is catching up to him.
I mean, it could be a possibility for sure. Age catches up to us all. Well, I just wanted to check in. I know it's usually if he contacts one of us, someone else has gotten the ring as well. I wanted to see if they start barking up certain trees.
Sounds like a plan. Yes, I'll be making sure that I have those arrangements. But yes, just send me a telegram whenever you're on your way, and I'll make sure that either I'll be there to pick you up from the train station, or you can take a cab to my place. You've been there before.
That's true. Oh, sounds lovely. I will be meeting you there probably in a fortnight.
Sounds lovely. I would pack heavy. It's been a bit nippy here. It's very cold.
Look, got to break out the old coat. Sounds good.
Break out the coat. Lots of wrappings and things like that might be good too.
Oh, you know me, I'm not without my gloves. Got to keep the fingers warm. The circulation pumping. Well,
good call.
Thank you. Thank you for the forewarning, and I will be seeing you soon.
Yep.
They charge by the minute. Goodbye!
Oh, yeah.
It's a $20 phone call right there.
I just realized something. Out of character knowledge, would Sydney have a safe house in New York?
Oh.
I have a feeling that she would... Not necessarily a safe house, because she has, like... Not in the sense of, like, there's, like, a single room for it. She has multiple speakeasies. She's got... like, her house is pretty armored.
For keepers' keep of mind, will you have a location you can use as your base?
Yes.
Thank you.
Probably, yeah, I would say probably, like, her house... I think her house would normally be her base, just because it's outside of everything, and it's well-stocked with things that she would need.
Liquor.
But... Pardon?
Liquor.
I mean, it does have liquor, but I was thinking more ammunition, bandages, food, toilet paper, bribe money.
Toilet paper.
Don't hoard
Bribe
the
money.
toilet paper. You're not
Pardon?
allowed to hoard
Important stuff.
toilet paper.
No, not hoarding toilet paper. Specifically not hoarding.
Regular. Yeah, regular amount of toilet paper. An average person's amount of toilet paper.
Okay. So
An
we now
average
know...
family of 6, because that's normally
There
how
you
many
go.
people are in her house at some time.
Now, with all that being said, Eguy.
Oh,
Yes. Where would you be if you where would Elliot, was it?
Emmett.
Sorry, Emmett, sorry. Where would
This
Emmett
is
be?
this telegram is dated the 3rd of January. So Emmett's probably nursing a hangover from the New Year celebrations that has lasted a couple days now. You might find him sprawled out on his bed in his apartment in Harlem, New York, right off of Columbia campus.
You would hear this God Almighty dong, dong, dong noises.
One second.
You would assume that the person's been there for a little bit.
I stagger to the door and I answer, well, hello, hi. What's up?
Hello.
Hi. Can I help you?
Mr. Barnes.
Yeah.
Telegram from Jackson Elias.
Jackson? Oh, what? And I open it and I read it. Is he in New York?
He will be getting to New York soon, yes.
Your name, sir?
Sorry, question?
Your name, sir?
Cognito.
Well, please come in.
First name
Cognito.
in.
What?
I-
Okay.
not gonna forget
Yes.
that one.
Cognito.
Try reporting that one to the company, just being like, I'm looking for a Mr. Cognito who works for you.
Cognito. Okay. Thank you. Do you want a tip? Like, and I hand him like 50 cents or something.
Into a book.
Well,
And just like close the door on him. And I go back to bed.
Fair enough. Sorry. Just like, I need a name quickly. Incognito. You know what? Roll of it.
It was like, I don't understand this. It's time to go back to bed. I'm not sure if I'm still awake or I'm so drunk. It's all good.
Okay, so anyone else talking to any other members before we time skip to everyone arriving in New York City?
I wouldn't know where anyone is.
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't either, other than Sydney.
Yeah, would I know that Jackson stays at this hotel? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't either, other than Sydney.
I'm going
Would
totally
I
blank. I'm
know
going to call
that
up every
Jackson stays at
hotel.
this hotel? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would.
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't
There's a
either,
bounce.
other than Sydney.
I'm going
would-
totally
would I
blank. I'm
know?
going. There you go. Don't worry. There's no.
The only one Sydney would semi-know is Alejandro, because of like semi-similar circles. So it would have been, but it wouldn't have been like a call to him. It just would have been a telegram. Like just a, did Jackson reach out to you? ? Essentially.
and Alejandro would never have responded because as soon as he got Jackson's, he left. So, yeah, he never got your telegram. It's sitting on his front, probably with his maid.
Nice.
She might have put a clause in there going, if he is not here, please let me know.
No. That's how communication works back then.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take me a little while to get from Lima to New York.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I
Little
had
bit
to
of time.
leave immediately.
Yeah. Ooh.
Luckily, I've
And
got
yeah,
a boat.
other than that, I think it's just Sydney preparing for Aveline and going to the Hotel Chelsea.
Emmett might stop by the Prospero house just to check in, be like, is Jackson around, looking for directions?
No, but I wasn't expecting Prospero House so quickly. The secretary
there
at
too.
Prospero. Yes, you do. The secretary at Prospero House says, Emmett, how are you going today?
Oh, I do much better. Had some water, some breakfast. Got this note from Jackson, though. Seems a little concerning. Has he checked in recently?
We have received a pile of his notes for his next book, but I think he's arriving in a few days' time. You know, he's always stays at Chelsea Hotel since Peru. For some
Okay,
strange
yeah.
odd reason, he feels like that's his hotel he has to go to now.
Great. Thank you so much. And if you find him, if he stops by, let him know to drop me a line. Just stop by my apartment. He knows where I live.
Of course. And Emmett, before you head off, am I saying the right name? New character who does? Yeah, cool. And she passes you a manila folder written with Carlisle Expedition and a series of newspaper clippings.
Oh, what's this?
Oh yes, Jackson did say that you might need these soon. In his last missive to us,
okay.
he said, give you these information. Give you this.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll take it with me when I meet up with him in a few days. Thank you. And I thank her and
Yep.
I might compliment her on something. Just you look nice today. Thank you.
All right. Now, before I forget, does everyone have access to the newspaper handouts? Cool. Making sure.
Yes.
So, Emmett, you would spend some time reading through the handouts.
Mhm.
You would see that the Carl expedition has become sort of a fascination of Jackson's. You would notice, you know, also of all your times you've been talking to him, he has been getting slightly manic about some of this again.
So like an obsession.
Yeah. He's been traveling all over the world. You would get messages from him because you've been studying under him, so you'll be understanding his journey a bit more than the rest. Like Egypt, Kenya. Actually, I'll have to bring it up in a few seconds. But you'd also get his like a big map in the folder there would also be a map tracing the expedition of the Carl expedition.
If you need to, you can drag a single person onto a map, if that helps.
I'm just wondering if they actually put the map in here.
I'm looking through this as I'm walking out of the Prospero house, saying hi and chatting up with everybody who I know on my way out, and I fully intend to bring this docket of information with me to the Chelsea Hotel, and I plan on sitting in the bar at the Chelsea Hotel and drinking until I see Jackson.
Which you don't.
It's several weeks later.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm taking this document to whenever the party comes together at Chelsea Hotel.
Yeah. Now, is anyone trying to contact Mr. Elias before the day?
Yes. Sidney is not subtle with this. She basically, as soon as she knows that he's going to be in New York, she goes up to the Hotel Chelsea. She probably is very familiar with the people there since she's been in contact with Jackson and he likes to stay there. But she basically will go up to one of the receptionists and say that she's wondering if a friend of hers is checked in and was showing the picture of Jackson and asking is he in? Can you tell me what room he's in, or could you give him a call to say that he has a visitor? It's an old friend, Miss Tyson. If he's checked in.
Would this be a couple of days beforehand?
This would have been the day that she got the telegram. She'd have gone in and then asked them to give her a call as soon as he did check in.
All right. The phone call would have gone "Oh, Mr. Elias is coming back, is he? Great. We'll make sure his usual room, I think it was room 410, is available for him. Thank you for the heads up. Oh, and we will definitely let you know when he comes in."
Absolutely. That is wonderful. Thank you very much. Are there any other rooms available? Could you let me know whenever he checks in and just if there's any rooms available kind of near his?
You right now.
Meta.
Not even doing it meta. Sidney is
No,
panicking.
this is what Sidney would do. So, might be possible. We can have rooms 408 available if need be. When would you like When would you like to have that room sorted out for you?
You know what? He did send me a telegram to meet with him in a little bit, but I was hoping to catch up with him before. It's kind of a business meeting we're all meeting up with, so can I book it from now until, I think you said January 15th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Could I just have it booked from now to January 15th if it's free?
Well, you are aware that, I forget, you probably need it for January 16th because checkout time is at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. of the day.
Oh, yes, absolutely. January 16th. Thank you very much, dear.
You're welcome. And, keep in knowledge, I hate you so much right now. But also keep in knowledge, it is absolutely awesome. And I have planned for it.
Look, I'm going to be honest. I basically expected to get a no, and this is not me acting on meta. This is me going. This is the only thing Sydney's been prepping for 4 years for
Yeah.
something to hit the fan.
You also happen to be running this campaign as well.
It was less to do with that because like my backup character is not anywhere. It is not anywhere near this level for it. This is Sydney got threatened by one elder god, and then possessed by another. And one of the only people she could trust is slowly going insane, chasing after information on a third.
So, do we take half your sanity away?
Not quite yet.
That'll happen
Not
fast enough,
quite
don't
yet.
worry. You've seen my rolls, Karsh. You don't have to take more from me. Like, it's gonna happen very quickly.
So, so would you be also doing research in the town, or are you pretty much just threatening to all high hell? And would you actually have anyone inside the rooms in the Hotel Chelsea? Like,
Sydney,
would you install 2 of your hired goons into the room?
specifically what Sydney would be doing is she would be arranging for, what she would do first off is that she would use the room, kind of twofold purpose, because she recruits a lot of people that are like, a lot of the people in her organization are women, usually women that she's taken out of brothels and then given training. So since she's not expecting Jackson to show up day of, she'd be using it as kind of like a halfway house to start moving some new employees in and giving them time to rest and recover safely. But as soon as Jackson, like, is checked in, she would make sure that, yeah, there's 2 goons there, and then there's a car that's basically watching the fire escape. And like people cycling shifts to make sure that nobody gets too tired and that it's like basically stakeout. Meanwhile, as soon as he's there, she is breaking into his room, preferably whenever he's not in there, so that she could be waiting on his couch when he comes in.
Nice.
With a cat.
No, not with a cat. Fresh baked cookies. Come on,
Oh,
Jackson's a
that's
friend.
nice. Jackson is friend.
And yeah, that level
Jackson friend, not food.
There would be basically a new bottle of very nice whiskey on the table, fresh baked cookies, and she'd be reading a magazine.
Okay. Well, I internally shifts myself about that. Do some notifications. Anyone else doing anything else in New York? Let's just say it is now January 10th. Yeah, people starting to arrive in New York?
Yeah.
Okay. And knowing what you know about because Carl Exhibition was mentioned, is anyone going to a library too? Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you,
Thank you.
SA Vera. Thanks for
Thank
the follow.
you,
Thank you for joining the
Vera.
Goblin Cave community.
I would actually do some research because
Okay.
I would have nothing else better to do with my time, and I've suddenly developed an interest in books.
Or you have
As
the
you
money
would.
to indulge in an interest in books.
Also, all of the above.
Okay. Get you to roll me a library use, please.
I can use the library. I say confidently. It's actually, it's not that bad. So let's see what we get.
Ooh, good start, good
Ooh,
start.
Very nice.
Hard success. Hey guys, I know my way around a stack of books. It's from all that school learning.
All right. So what you would receive for that hard use is as much as the Carl Exhibition was, you would also actually with a hard use, you would actually get a photo.
A photo. photograph?
Yes. As in one of the new fancy coloured ones too. It's been hand coloured.
Ooh.
I know. We joke about it now, but that is
No, that's fancy.
it was
Oh,
insane.
Mhm.
That was a lot of work.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get that sorted out because actually, no, I would be able to do that. You would get information about the Carlyles, you would get a news report about the Carlyles leaving New York to go on an expedition to Egypt.
Yeah.
And you get other information as I find it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No one
Well,
expected me to do so good.
No.
Even I didn't expect me to do so good. Again, it's that college learning right there paying off.
Also, this is why Sydney's not doing research. There's other people who can do that, and her skills are better used with contacts and manpower.
All right.
Aveline did not level up her charming wit. Ooh.
Okay. You got this You would have got this information about the Carl expedition. So over a few hours, you would get this information about the Carl expedition that they departed from Mombasa, Kenya, Egypt, and you got information. You never saw the person who gave mental dose to the mirror, did you?
No.
So none of these people in this photo will be recognizable to you.
But I would there wasn't like copy machines back in the day.
I think Alejandro was the only one that was with her when that happened.
That's correct.
She was by herself when it happened. Alejandro just came out shortly after. I think, although you could be,
No,
I could be totally wrong. I think I might be totally wrong. Yeah, anyway, doesn't make a difference.
All right. Well, I would basically I've had my little journal with me, and I would do.
Would you make your own little sketch?
I would certainly try.
Roll me a arts and crafts.
Oh, I don't even think I have arts and crafts as a skill. In this
So you
thing.
just roll a d100 and you need a 1.
Oh,
Do
that's
it.
fine.
Do it.
Yeah, do
it.
Just
Do
do
it.
it.
This is why you have the artist in the group, me.
We'll just see what happens.
So do you
Looks
want to
good.
spend
You
85 luck
try?
points?
Oh yeah.
You try to make a sketch about these people,
Yeah.
but they end up looking like stick figures.
It's 100% stick figures. Yeah. Yeah.
100% stick figures, and you think, like, have you seen this person? And it's this little stick figure with
stick
hair.
figure. No,
But
this
you
sounds
know
pretty
where
right.
it is now, so you can
Yeah.
find it again if you go back to another library. It was in a small collection about the fate of the Carlo expedition, about what happened. Books have already been written about it.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Has anyone else got anything else they want to do?
I'm sightseeing.
Yep.
I
Actually-
turn up on the boat and I'm sightseeing. I get a hotel and then just calling up any other hotels to try to find out where this person's supposed to be because I've got no idea, but I'm just enjoying myself.
Roll me 2d4, please.
2d4. Done.
It takes you about 4 hours on the phone.
Yeah.
Just you're becoming well known around the hotels in New York. Is they're dreading a phone call from a crazy Australian looking for a Jackson Elias. And eventually you ring the Hotel Chelsea. And you get, oh yes, Mr. Elias is scheduled to arrive here nighttime of the 14th of January. Would you like me to let you know when he's coming? Where could I actually send a message to?
Well, I'll be at my hotel, which just anywhere, it doesn't matter. Like,
Would you actually have funds right now, or would you be charging this to the business?
well, it's a business acquisition because I'm trying to get supplies. At least that's what I told them when I left.
To be staying in a dirtbag hotel?
Oh, no. I am going to be nice.
So
I just need to find the right
Jack doesn't
Nice.
have the money. The business has the money. Jack
Fair.
isn't smart enough to write the rules of a business when starting it to actually have access to it.
You'll be staying at the Waldorf.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
You can do
And
worse.
you've even got yourself a little postcard
okay.
from it.
Yeah, it's a big hotel. Yeah,
It's
pretty-
a big hotel. It's, again, being charged to the business, so you don't care how much you spend. Your workers are used to you spending money on absolutely stupid reasons, but your contacts make the business work for some strange odd reason, so they tolerate your weird and wonderful Australian ways.
Well, it's also my explanation is that I'm going to the US to secure different firearms contracts because they are big in their guns and see if we can actually bring something a bit more powerful to the next security gig, which won't be in the winter but in the summer.
You know what? For reasons, roll me a luck check, please.
There we go. First, gosh, let's do it.
Oh,
10
You
extreme success.
somehow get an appointment with the people who make punt guns
I don't want a punt
Nice.
gun. God.
and elephant guns, the bigger
Thompson.
guns.
Oh, elephant guns. Elephant guns are the important.
You get an appointment with the people who create who make the bigger guns, who don't normally sell to the public. Make a note that you can buy uncommon weapons at market price.
ooh.
Okay, that's actually really good.
Mm.
Import.
Yeah, you can import uncommon guns at regular price, not at marked up like market prices.
Those are what Sidney sells. It's fine.
Exactly.
So if he had failed that, would he have just stumbled into one of Sidney's, like...
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what they had planned. If you failed that lock roll, he would have stumbled into one of Sydney's black market things. They've seen an Australian and they're trying to rip him off for all they could get. But you actually got the appointment with the right people.
Yay.
Yep. Okay, so if anyone else has got anything else they want to do in America before January the 15th, please let me know now. With the other vignettes. Okay.
Emmett is from upper high society New York, connected to the rich. He went to Columbia for many, many years. He is 1 year older than Roger Carlyle. What are the chances of Emmett maybe having some mutual friends of the Carlyles? Being that he does have a substantial country estate in Westchester, New York. And he would be, you know...
The Carlyles themselves don't hide. So you would know of the Carlyles, but what's your credit rating?
55.
$12.
That is like a credit rating check, because that is high enough to be wealthy enough to...
Yeah, it's high enough to know. All right, roll me a credit check, and if you succeed, we'll play it by ear.
No.
No. Would you like to spend some luck on that?
No, I think I'm good.
Sure,
The
it's
keeper
really
is not.
on.
The keeper is not your friend right now.
That's fine.
Okay, so no, you would know of the Carlyles. You know where they are, but over the last 3-4 years, they were in decline for a while for reasons. But recently, they're starting to build themselves up again. You would know that Roger Carlyle's sister, Erica Carlyle, has almost pulled the business back from the brink due to no small part of the disappearance and supposed death of Erica Carlyle.
This is the same Erica that departed a few weeks after her brother. Okay.
Well, yeah. A few weeks. It was like a few months, actually.
Weird question, just given...
Yeah.
Because, as we know, the elite do often run in the underworld circles. Would Sidney have had any contact with Erica or any of her associates?
Tell me what you normally would obtain for people. Would you obtain books?
I
and stuff?
obtain books, information, alcohol, weapons.
Wine. That's
Yep.
what rich people want during Prohibition.
Yeah, it is prohibition time now as well.
Yep.
Actually, I would say be a
Would this be credit
What would
rating
you-
as well?
Another credit rating?
no.
Aw.
What would you have to roll to locate and find books?
That's library.
Library
use.
use?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a library use check.
Use the library. Oh.
15.
You would have got a request from Mr. Carlisle. to
Actually, I
get
was
some
saying,
books.
that's 15 luck points, right?
That's 15 luck points.
Screw it, Sydney's not living anyway. I'll spend it.
All right, our first massive
Now
luck
it's
spend of the
wrong.
episode.
All
All
right.
right. Ah. Right. All right, you would have gotten a book for Mr. Carlisle. He would have put a request in to get some books to help research, and you would have gotten him 1 or 2 books of knowledge,
Mhm.
which you pretty much had to pay somebody a pretty penny to get, but he also paid a pretty penny for it.
Mhm.
So you would understand that he would have a couple of books that you have given him. So later on, that is important. I'll get the names of those books in a few minutes.
Fair enough. Yeah, so the only other thing I could think is that if it's been like several years with the Carlyles trying to climb back in social standings, I'd almost wonder if she would have been participating in that at all, but she's already had a busy several years building her own empire, so.
Yeah, busy 4 to 5 years building your own empire. And with that, Alejandro, what would you have been doing apart from being the bane of their existence?
Alejandro would have reached out to his captain friend, George Watkins, to start to get all of supplies for a full expedition and put it in a storage container out on the docks and have George come up with his boat. Since Jackson wasn't very clear, Alejandro is expecting this to go as some type of adventure. So he is pulling together all the resources for a safari and having his friend George loaded up on his boat whenever it's all together.
Okay. Now, because some people might not have watched the wrap-up show from the prologue, what has Alejandro been doing in the background?
Well, Alejandro has been, aside from researching the Carlisle groups, because they were mentioned during the previous iteration by the zombies, or the vampires rather, that they were involved. Alejandro's been spending a lot of time researching them. Alejandro's also been getting back in touch with his familial roots and getting back into folk magic and more of some of the older worships of the Amaran and Incan peoples. So the jaguar has definitely, that mauled his face has definitely become much more to him than it once was. With that, he has been trying to undermine the Carlisle's businesses with his business. And has been having a little bit of a trade war with them.
I love it. Okay.
So that is what he's been doing, and he's been very successful. His wealth has grown quite a bit. On a scale to 1 to 100, he's only at a 67 now.
Yes, but 67 in Peru is
That's
a lot.
That's still respectable as heck.
That's respectable. Okay.
That is
we
Alejandro.
Yep. So we shall, if no one else has anything else they want to do,
I just want
make
to
my
send
life even,
just sending
even more
a
hell.
telegram back to the business saying that passing on the good news that we can pick up some nitrous express ammunition and some elephant guns from America, though we kind of have to probably ship them to Egypt first to avoid the ban of importing such rifles to the British Empire. So at least it's good news.
Good. Actually, one interesting bit of news is you can actually import shotguns into England because they were not classified as a weapon; they're classified as hunting, and there was actually less restrictions on shotguns at that time.
Yes, but there's an actual ban against elephant guns in Britain.
Oh, that's right, elephant guns.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Small island with a dense population. They don't want a huge caliber weapon that can.
It was more for the colonies, really. It was for India.
Okay. Eon, could you get me to roll me a D4, please?
Oh no.
It'll be fine.
Okay, you get 2 of these books. I will decide that when we go on our break, which books of these you would potentially get. And because I can, roll me a credit rating check, please. Okay.
Ooh. That's not good.
No, it's just to see which 2 books you get the cheapest books out of that lot then.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So everyone slowly makes their way to the Hotel Chelsea at the appointed time. Has anyone tried to phone Jackson? Because on the 14th, Eon Sidney would have got a message saying, "Hello, Sidney? No, sorry, Miss Tyson.
Yes, hello.
Just to let you know that Mr. Elias has arrived in his hotel room, has asked not to be disturbed, but you asked, and
Oh no, thank you very much, dear. We didn't know if you'd be in early, and I was hoping to catch him for a brunch. Don't worry about it at all. Thank you so much for letting me know.
you're welcome. And is there anything else I can do? Also,
Has anyone else called to inquire about Mr. Jackson's room by chance?
I probably have called.
a few people have called actually. I think he's got meeting a few friends of his. Also including a very, very irate Australian that said, "Come on, do it. You know you want to do it. Please." And up your something with a dunny hole. Very colourful Australian, unfortunately.
With a weirdly
Oh,
weird British accent.
Unfortunately, I do have the misfortune of knowing who that is. If you've known Jackson for any length of time, you know he has an eclectic collection of friends, and he's sometimes a bit tolerant of those who other people would not have given the time to, but I trust him, so hopefully this is actually his friend will come through for him.
Yes.
But
well, if you do see him, please tell him, no, we do not want any more lamingtons. They're tasty, but we're gaining a bit of weight.
Absolutely, and actually, I think I will. If I do see him, I'll hopefully be able to convince him to send you an apology for the rude phone call. It might be at gunpoint, but she might be able to convince him. Or, more fairly, what happens is they get a telegram the next day from Sidney, signed Jack. That's an apology.
Yeah, I can see that. Also, the Lamington was actually created between the years of 1896 and 1901, so it is valid.
Ooh.
It had to
But
be
yeah, no.
checked that.
Actually
Wikipedia.
basically that night, Sidney would have gone and gone up to Jackson's room with the cookies and a bottle of whiskey and.
Okay. Nothing. You hear nothing apart from. How would you hear? You wouldn't hear anything. You would assume that he's done it before. He would have exited out the fire escape to. He doesn't like going out front doors. Ever since he bunked with you that night all those years ago at Peru, where he almost got his head blown off by the shotgun.
Now, can I ask the really awful thing with it? Could Sidney, knowing this, have gone up the fire escape to break into his hotel?
No.
Okay.
The fire escape at this time would have, to stop people from trying to break in, would have gone automatically up. The ladder would have automatically gone up. And do you want to have a look at the fire escape ladder if you're outside the front?
Yeah, no, Sidney would go and take a look at the fire escape ladder.
All right, roll me a spot hidden. If your rolls, this doesn't worry me.
No. Do I want to spend my last 8 luck points to make this work, guys? That would literally be all of my luck.
No.
I do not want to spend the luck. I'm joking. Don't
Actually,
worry.
don't forget, if you're watching the live stream now, don't forget you can donate 100 bits to give Sidney luck or your channel points if you're non-player.
I think Sydney's the one that actually has the least amount because Sydney didn't expect to survive the Prelude, so has spent it all in the Prelude.
Yep. I have 8 luck points and 50 sanity. I'm going to be
great.
a long-lasting individual.
Doing good. 12 out of 10.
It's okay.
Okay.
You're okay. You'll survive.
You would see that you try to reach up to grab the fire escape. It just clunks.
She's also trying to do this inconspicuously because she's not actually trying to break in right now. This was because she is not prepared for it. She is literally coming as guest style of like cookies and.
Yep. You leave the cookies at the front door. With a little note.
No. If Jackson doesn't answer, she does break into the room. She just picks the lock and goes in.
You know what? Roll me a burglary check.
There's a locksmith.
Locksmithing it is. Found a skill that Sydney has.
Yes.
Yes, Sidney is a locksmith.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get into the room. Nothing new. You see a couple of Jackson's bags. He's just pretty much looks like he's arrived.
Is the window open?
Oh, window's open.
Okay. Sidney is going to set the cookies down. Is there a telephone in the room?
Yes, but it's been put off the wall.
Well, that's going to make it a little bit uncomfortable. At that point, Sidney's going to like jam the door open and walk across to the room that she's renting across the way to make a call. Basically just the equivalent of, I'm assuming, because she would need some way to contact the people that are watching the fire escape. Just basically...
No, if you check your Discord, I've sent you a photo of the layout. You would have 2 people in a room, 2 rooms down.
I do not have that, but that's okay. Specifically, what I more meant is that Sidney also had people in a car watching the alley, because knowing that if she was going to try and kill someone, she'd go in through the fire escape, not the front door, because there's less people who see her. So she had people watching the fire escape, so I'm assuming she'd have some way to contact them.
Yeah, you pretty much walk up to the car.
So she would first stop into the people who were like at the door, and say,
I've sent you the photo.
Yeah, I see. I just got the photo. So she would go up to the people in, I think you said 408.
Yep.
And just be like, Right, so Jackson's here. Gonna need you. Everyone's carrying, correct? You're all checked. It's all working. It's all good.
Yeah, boss.
Good. Now, listen. We don't know what kind of trouble that might be faced here, but make sure. What I'm going to ask is, you guys keep a watch. Make sure you can see through. In case anybody comes in through the front door, that's not me. If they're not me, do stop them, or if they're not Jackson, probably shouldn't attack him because he might shoot you. And it'd be very unfortunate if anybody lost their lives trying to protect him like that, especially by his hand. I'm going to go down and check because it appears he is using the fire escape again as his preferred method of getting in and out.
Okay. Question for Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
Would Sydney use off-duty cops, beat cops, or
No. Hell no. She has them bribed, but she does not use them for muscle. She uses...
Oh, I'm just trying to think. Can I use just the character stats of a beat cop just for your flunkies?
yeah.
What I'd almost say is like she probably recruits a lot of former soldiers, if that helps at all. Like a lot of people from that would have been serving in World War I and then...
Okay, cool.
So like there'll be people like occasionally with handgun, but it's much more like rifle and assault rifle kind of skill sets that she hires, like people who can shoot big scary guns that she can't. And who can passably play a trombone because that's, or big instrument cases so that they can smuggle the weapons everywhere.
As you do.
This is my guy. He's a really good dude. Great with a handgun. Also, like, really good tuba solos.
I mean, have you seen the size of some rifles? You're not you're not sticking that down your pant leg and then walking without being this stiff-legged person in braces. Like, you need a way to carry that, and most people get upset if you have a shotgun over your shoulder.
Dude,
all right.
You got rogue.
But then she would go down and check with the people in the car if Jackson had left via the fire escape.
All right. Cool. That gives me enough time. I found enough people that can work with you. All right.
Yay!
So you would find, surprisingly enough, you would have put Miss Bannon is in the car. Just you don't know where you found this person, but they're a piano teacher, security expert, and an occult dabbler.
Ah, absolutely. In all honesty, she probably didn't. Lois probably did. Because as soon as it's a cult and, like, not immediately criminal person, it's like, oh yeah, that's probably from the actual teacher.
The person you talk to in the room is called Buford Jones.
Okay.
I'll send you this information in a sec. In the car is Miss Bannon. And Gino is in the room. He's keeping an eye on the fire escapes for you.
Yep. Right. Hello.
Yes. How are you going today?
Quite well. Hopefully better once I can sit Jackson down and make him tell me what's going on. But has he come down the fire escape? He does like to do that.
He has, yes, and he did something with the fire escape. We went and checked and just would not move, so...
Doesn't surprise me. Gino, are there any, like, trash can, like the big trash bins that would be, like, the wheeled ones in the alleyway at all? Like, you know what I'm talking about, the big bins?
No. Yeah, the big bins, no, there won't be any.
Okay.
They will actually have all their, garbage downstairs in the basement where people come to get the garbage.
Fair enough. Right, well, I don't want to stand on your car and scratch it up. You wouldn't happen to have any rope in the trunk, would you?
Would rope be a normal thing for cars in that time period?
It kind of... Actually, you know what? They say it would be, but no, she's going to go, wait, no, that's going to look very odd. I've already got the door open. He's going to have to come back eventually. I'm just going to pop out the window if he's... Did he leave, or did he just go back up?
I think he left. I think he was muttering under his breath.
Right.
but I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Hmm.
Well, what
Right
we
then.
may do is that we'll wrap up all the preamble there,
Mhm.
and we've been going for a little bit. Karsh, you want to go to our break now?
Yep.
So we'll go to our break, and we'll come back on the 9th of the 15th.
Yep.
Okay,
So get the audio working. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stick around. Yes, Sydney is totally shady.
yes.
Oh yeah.
And I
Sydney's
think
also had plans for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting the amount of plans. It was like, shiza.
Yeah. I think I'm the only one that actually is like just got on with my life.
I did too. Like I was just hanging out, like just doing my thing.
And
I'm not involved in
investigating
this
a
at
cult.
all right now.
Yeah.
So-
E's not even involved. So let's get E involved. Phoenix was totally trying to track down this Carlisle, like fighting the Carlisle group financially. It's like, yeah, it's a weird one. But
That's going to be fun. That's going to be so much fun.
We'll be back shortly. Stick around. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the follow as well. And we'll be back really soon. Just before we go back, yep, I know people are still waiting. Just a warning. Word of note: the audio for the other intro movie when we come back from the break. If you have a little bit of issue with like spooky audio, just mute that one. It's really extreme. But again, done by Lorian Ross, who just loved playing with that and just spookifying it. But there's the heads up. That's the warning. We gave the warning. We'll be back short.
Yeah. Okay.
We're back. Was the spooky audio good enough for you? I hope it was.
It was very spooky when I was doing the editing for the music clip and I got the file. I was like, I was visibly shuddering in my chair. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
It gets that right point of, this is
shudder.
fun. This is fun. And like, oh, geez.
So my Goblin listens and watches all the intro movies clips. He's still waiting for the movie for A Guard's Tale to come out, like because he thinks it's a trailer for the movie. He loved the initial audio, loved it, wanted me to play back again. When I played it back again, I played the other one, played the speaker one. Oh my God, he had a meltdown. And he was trying to smash my computer to try to stop the music. Aww. So it worked. Okay. Anyway, we're back. We're good. It's the night of the meeting, apparently.
Night of the meeting. All right. So. Oh, is he wearing? Oh gods, is he?
Yeah.
Oh gods.
I just want to say Emmett's been here at the hotel for a while, eating at the restaurant, and he definitely made his way up to Jackson's room a couple times. So he may have very well run into Sydney's employees.
That's how Emmett and Sidney meet, is just Emmett's basically at gunpoint on the couch.
Well, Emmett would just like he's having lunch. He has a flask. You know, he makes his own drink because it's prohibition. He abides by the hotel's rules. So he's like, you know, in between lunch and dinner, he's probably gonna head up to Jackson's room and just like knock and like he's gonna be really casual about it. Be like, hey, dude, like Jackson, are you here? Like, what's
You
up?
don't hear anything.
I try the door. Like, I may be a little drunk, a little tipsy now. And I jiggle at the door very loudly, and I make no qualms, like no.
You hear
attempt
this
to be
rough, gruff noise from 2 rooms down. It's like, he's not here. Get over it.
Who are you?
Gino, fuck off.
Well, that's very rude of you.
It's 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
It's 3 a.m. I thought this is like lunchtime.
No. Assume this would be done. Would you? I would assume this would be like done like 2 or 3 days ago.
No, the day of that we're supposed to meet. Yeah, like
Yep.
he's
Okay.
he's like he's in New York. He's from New York. He's hung out at the restaurant waiting for Jackson for quite some time before. Like he's just going up. It's like it's lunchtime.
I went to sleep at 3 a.m. Go home.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for my friend here. He's supposed to be here. All right. I make some noise. If anyone comes out to poke their head out, that's fine. But otherwise, I go back down to the restaurant.
Yep. All right. So you will be downstairs first.
If Jackson hasn't kicked Sidney out of his room yet, she hid in his kitchen just to be like, nope. Like out of sight of the window.
Did you? So you heard the knocking?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sidney didn't open the door.
Huh?
She doesn't know who you are.
Well, but you heard it. You heard it. Like,
100%.
Yeah, good.
And the fact that Gino didn't shoot you means you didn't try and get in the room. Sidney's fine.
You heard me jingle. You heard the sound of my voice. Is what I want to establish. So, like, yep.
All right. So while we leave the 3 crazy people.
Wait, who's the third?
You. To be honest, you walked right into that one.
Yeah.
All right, so for my sake, just everyone can be meeting downstairs.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I do want to point out that I arrived in a horse and cart buggy.
Oh.
Nice.
From the hotel, from the Waldorf.
As you should.
Mm-hmm.
I have a spread on the table, so when you walk in, I'm very visible.
Yep. There's actually a map for this, which I'm actually just setting up now.
Ooh, we've got a map.
Mm.
The great thing about Love Maps is there's maps for pretty much everything.
Yep.
All right. So Sydney. Okay. All right. So let's just for reasons. Who will be so Emmett will be at the table. With Sydney would also be there as well. And Miss Baker is probably not anywhere at the moment. Correct?
No, I'd be arriving from the part of the rooms that I was set up with by Sidney.
Okay. All right. Let's put you onto the map. Chelsea. There are a lot of maps for this one, so it just takes me a few seconds sometimes to find the right one. Okay. There we go. Doesn't need to go to stream, it's just more like for your own reference. So whoever works in first sees a describe yourself, Emmett. What would they see when they're walking?
Well, so it's a winter's day. You notice that like the gentleman in front of you has very nice boots, despite all the the snow and slush outside. They're very clean, they're very well kept. Same with his clothing. He is in a three-piece suit with a nice bow tie. What you notice before anything is that he has quite the spread on the table in front of him. Little delicacies, little knickknacks, tasting menus from here and there. You notice him, pouring regularly from a hip flask. And when one empties, he seems to pull out another one and top it off. The colors of the liquors are slightly different, so he does have a selection. Occasionally, he might wave one of the service folks to come by with something else. And if anyone makes eye contact, he will very quickly beckon you silently as if to taste what he has in front of him.
And with that, who's going to...
You have Sidney like directly in front of him, so I think unfortunately the keeper has voluntold Sidney into this.
Well, you also would have heard, you would have got a report from your guy upstairs about someone that's trying to get into Jackson's room. So this would be, I would assume this is you just scouting the person out.
Care to join me?
Hello. No, I'm afraid I don't know you. I'm Miss Tyson. I'm just quite an elaborate spread you've got there.
Oh, yes, thank you for noticing. Stick out my hand. Emmett Barnes.
Sidney will offer her, just very politely offer to shake.
And I take it, I stand up and I take it gingerly, and I do a very slight nod and a bow. I'm here waiting on a friend of mine. I do have some time to spare. You look like quite the character. Would you like to sit down?
What a lovely coincidence. I'm going to be waiting for a friend too. I'm afraid that it was a business meeting that he had to cut away from beforehand. And so it should be, I have some time to kill. It'd be nice to meet a new face. So what brings you to New York? Well, or at least to this fine hotel.
I'm from New York, born and raised. Today, I have a friend who's always kind of leaves town, and we work together. We write a little bit here and there, do some projects, and I haven't seen him recently, and he left me quite a message, and so I'm a little concerned. I went up to his room and I didn't hear anything, so I'm just sitting here waiting. He told me to wait here, of all places, or in New York at least. That's not very specific.
Yes, there's some friends who are prone to doing that. Did he mention if he was going to be having you meet with anyone else?
Yes, he
No.
did. He said investigators in the telegram.
He did reference multiple, as I kind of sit up a little bit, and I kind of sit in and oh, maybe I should be careful about my manners.
Well, less about your manners, dear, and just a more curiosity as to if we're meeting the same person. We might not be, of course. This could just be happy circumstance.
I mean, are you meeting Jackson? That's who I'm meeting.
Yes, I am, though I would advise not to say that too loudly. And it doesn't matter how many drinks you've had in you, shouting your business is generally a good way to end up disappearing in the middle of the night.
As that is said, Jack walks in, in his suit and top hat, totally out of character from what Sydney's seen him in previously. Sidney, you're here too to see Jackson. Oh, I wondered if you're going to see you again. How have you been? He wasn't easy to track down. He sent us a telegram, didn't even tell me where to go, just to New York. New York's a big place.
Cities tend to be, yes. Let me guess, you called every hotel that you could until one of the poor receptionists picked up the phone and told you, after you cussed her out, that yes, absolutely, there is a Jackson Elias here.
There was no cussing. I don't know what you're talking about cussing. But discussions, yeah. What's wrong?
I'm afraid, Mr. Barnes, I did not quite catch before. This is
Who's this?
Sergeant Jack Hunt, that you're going to have the displeasure of possibly spending quite a bit of time with. Do take most of what he says with a grain of salt. It is better for your mental health and for his.
So no longer sergeant. I mean, I've gone up in standards over the years.
I can
adjusting
see.
the suit.
Who's your tailor?
You adjusting the suit is like it's a long. It's not the full suit. There's very much work pants underneath. You can see soldier's boots, still, bit of long pinstripe like overcoat jacket.
Sydney has not turned around to look at you. Just by the way, she's saying all of this without looking at Jack.
And you can see that there's weapons. There's bulks underneath there. There's weapons underneath there, of course. But I got a nice little tailor up in Soho in England. They wouldn't let me into the Geographical Society without it, and the top hat as well. I thought I'd dress up.
I can't imagine why they might be upset with different dress codes. But yes, I can see that. I'm assuming you've kept yourself quite busy over the last few years.
Yeah, got married, some kids, business.
So the missus and the kids are just waiting for you at home, right? I'm sure they must understand you having to pack up and leave.
Funny you should say that. She took the home with the kids. But what I kept on calling the manor house, yeah. It's the farm next to my parents' place back in Western Australia. So she shipped off back over there. Yep, she wanted the manor house. No problem. I took the business.
That your business associates know you're here then? You didn't just
Yeah,
pack
I've
up
been
and
staying at
leave.
the Waldorf. They've everything, business expenses, the whole thing.
You must have some very good business managers then. Should like to meet them occasionally. Our accountants can compare notes.
Accountants? What?
Oh, I've been running some business too. Those are the people who handle money, dear. That's their job. They
Oh,
budget
okay.
and things.
I just ask and they give sometimes and they don't other times. It's all good. What have you been up to?
Oh, I've been very busy the last few years. I've been establishing business. I've been looking a little bit more into some of our findings from Peru. Been helping Miss Baker in getting her doctorate and learning some things. Yes, she's
You've been
a
in
full
contact
doctor
with
now.
Mercy.
Yeah, no, she's a full doctor now. She's got her own tea shop.
Why tea shop as a doctor? It's a bit of a weird.
Oh no, she's done both. She just liked she couldn't stand the tea over here. Like us Americans don't quite have the same taste the British are used to.
Is it in Boston?
No,
Is your tea shop in Boston?
no. It would be funny if it was. No, it's not. It's not Massachusetts over with me in Connecticut. Sorry, kids.
Oh,
It would have been
chain
funny.
of tea shops.
Yeah, my chain of tea shops.
But she's been she's been quite well, and yes, it's just been growth in my own business. I've been opening a few different avenues around New York. I've just been busy.
Sounds good. What have you been in contact with the others? Sorry.
Off and on. But you might want to sit down.
I'm
Jack.
ignoring you, Essie.
Are you the ones that went with him to that Peru trip?
Yes, it was quite the eventful one. There might be, if you've arrived here, Mr. Hunt, I'm going to assume that, I know Miss Baker received a telegram as well, so she should be here soon. I was hoping to speak to Jackson before, but I'm afraid that he wasn't taking visitors at the time.
Well, it didn't make it easy to find him. Again, had to call up everybody to track him down. Lucky he was staying at a hotel. Otherwise, there would have been door knocking. This is a big city.
Sidney is just looking at Jack with like absolute befuddlement. Like this is where he always stays, dear. He has a favorite room here.
So you wanted to say something, Emmett?
Well, I was gonna say I can't imagine us being very quiet right here.
Oh,
So
I'm not.
Emmett is on the like lookout for any like new friends. The more the merrier. He seems like very interesting people that I've met. So if anyone who's like maybe recognizes Jack's voice and coming approach, Emmett will be making eye contact with whoever is approaching.
Sidney at this point is sitting here and is basically contemplating, because she brought the whiskey for Jackson, and she's like contemplating how much of it is going to be there when he arrives if she has to spend the evening with Jack.
Have you been in contact with Tatiana?
Not as often, no. She's been handling her own business the last few years, and I don't know entirely what she's been up to. I'm going to be honest, outside of helping... She's probably been drinking quite a bit, yes. I have some restaurants and things like that I've been running, and it's been... I've been dealing a little bit more in the archaeological circles as well, so it's been very busy for me. I haven't had much social time, unfortunately. On the security side of things, I'm guessing, if you're in the Archaeological Society.
Wow. We get to digs, we get a bit of learning here and there. It's pretty good fun.
Are you happy, Jack?
Of course I'm happy. Why wouldn't I be?
Because you weren't very happy the last time I saw you. Hopefully that stays. That you stay happy.
People were shooting
heavy
people
conversation. Please tell me.
Weren't shooting us, but they were attacking us, and at least we got to go to Egypt with the pyramids. That was at least nice.
Egypt? Whatever happened in Peru? All Jackson said was like, those dang old cults.
It was a very interesting scenario that is more... If Jackson hasn't told you, it's probably a bit more than we can cover over a single dinner. However, don't mind, Jack's always had a little bit of trouble with geography. So we were in Peru, yes, and then we went to find some pyramids.
That's right, in Egypt.
And at that point,
Sidney's giving like
to walk in.
You can see the
as he says in Egypt, as that utterance leaves his lips. Miss Baker opens the door. Yes,
is Alejandro basically standing by the door, taking one look at this mess of people at the table and debating?
Alejandro's been there the entire time and has been like,
we don't recognize him because he's very well dressed right now.
Alejandro's gone over and is, checking out this side. It's like,
be like, not much about this.
See, Alejandro's like, nope.
No, Miss Baker shows up. She's just in a longer dress, plain blue, has gloves on, and it's like tied off at the waist, hair up in the bun as usual with the glasses. Sees Sidney, and then we'll make our way over to the table. Looking, Jack, it's been forever, ages. I haven't heard from you since Peru. It's like you fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, got busy. Got. I was just telling Sidney, got busy, got married, divorced.
Someone married you?
Yeah. She was a little British bit, not too bright. She took the manor. Sorry.
Oh, not the one. Yeah, it's like the one in Australia. That's terrible.
I told you that property, like next to my parents' place. It was called the manor. And when I bought it with some of the funds we had, and she took it in the divorce with the kids, and was like, well, sucks to be her.
You had children.
Yeah, Sheila and yeah.
That's certainly something you can do. Good to know. There are little hunts running around out in the outback of Australia.
You could call them hunts. You could call them something else, but yeah.
It takes her a second. And who?
Sydney is
My-
now currently playing with a ring the keeper is very familiar with around her finger as Jack keeps talking.
It's good to see you, Sydney, in person. I've been busy these past few days. I hope you don't mind my absence. I've been at the library.
No, absolutely. You've been doing the things that you've been in. I was hoping to speak with Jackson before this evening, but he's been rather busy himself, but he doesn't seem to have had any unexpected visitors, which is good.
Yes, that and something. If it's anything like Peru, that's always good. Not to have an unexpected visitor.
More friends of Jackson's.
Oh yeah.
Jackson is,
No, see, this is
Jackson
Emmett.
is always late. You do know that, right?
You just appear.
I'm standing on the corner.
Yeah.
I stand up to welcome to the new guests, and I shake their hands, give a little nod, and please invite you all to sit down at the table and enjoy whatever food we have.
Alejandro is carrying a duffel bag, and on it is a conquistador sword strapped to it.
Oh, actually, Miss Baker, just if we do run into trouble tonight, out of curiosity, are you still as good with your hands as you used to be in a troubling situation?
Well, yes, I have been keeping up with my practice. I'm still pretty used to having to wrangle down some of your visitors.
I do apologize for some of them. They are on note to be on their best behavior as your friend, but you know how it is with some of them. The men do get a little bit rambunctious.
It's true. It's all the adrenaline after going through such accidents like they have.
And I mean, I'm sorry about the boxers. They do come in with the idea, like, we've been trying out a new boxing studio to see if it works, but unfortunately the coach is not very good, as you might have guessed, by the number of injuries that have been happening.
It's true. It's crazy.
I've been looking for a new coach. He's been the current one. I'm sorry. He came recommended by a friend, and he's not really working out. So he's going to be finding another line of work while I try and find a replacement for him. But for now, there's kind of that void that we'll figure out later.
Oh, it's okay. I'm glad to be able to help them, especially in my making sure I keep my practice open.
Yes.
Alejandro, it's very good to see you again, looking spiffy once more.
Yes. Well, for Emmett's sake, just as a reminder, Alejandro is relatively short, very slight, but his face has been mauled. He's got scars. So he only has a 25 appearance. He is butt ugly. So just as a reminder. And he's not covering his face.
You might sense a little bit of hesitancy when, like a brief moment of shock, but then Emmett's back into his usual, like, charming stuff. But it might give him a little pause, just for a moment.
But yes, Doctor, this is my normal attire when I'm not planning on going into the jungle. I do.
Well, it's snazzy 24/7 then. It's good to see you when you're not roughing in the woods.
Well, it's much more comfortable conditions than we all met last time. Does anyone have the time? By curiosity, I just don't want to be late for our meeting. I know Jackson tends to be late, but...
Did you get a time? I didn't get a time.
You will got a time.
I'll check my watch. It'll probably be a couple minutes till.
I thought we were given a time, so my apologies.
I don't know if you were
were
given the time.
You were just...
I checked my wristwatch, but I just got the date.
Yeah, it says meet January 15th.
Okay.
New
Well,
York.
that is a problem with the handouts, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's 8 p.m. You have to meet everybody. You would say, if there's no one else wants to do any stuff, we'll just say it's 7:55.
Oh, well, maybe at some point, Emmett, like, after everyone gets congregated, Emmett might be like, oh, right. I'm not so much of a reader, guys, but I did stop by the office, and Jackson left this for me, and I presume us. And
You work with Jack?
Jackson.
I mean, I could take a quick leaf through if you would prefer.
I open, the manila envelope, and it's like the newspaper clippings from regarding the Carlisle expedition. And I did a quick overview. They mentioned some Carlisles. There's some rich people here in New York. I don't know what they do. They do some business and like some company that they own. I don't know. And I go back to my eating.
Excuse
I'm
me,
familiar with
Miss.
all of these articles. I sent many of them to Jackson myself.
Mr. Bennett, did you say that you went to Jackson's office, the Prospero House?
Yeah, I worked there.
Was there any? Did they have a message for you from Jackson about these notes?
Keeper, was there a message along with these notes?
I'm just checking.
More what I mean is that you, Keeper, did tell Emmett that he would, or I might be getting the name wrong. I'm so sorry if I am. I don't do names.
No, it's Emmett. Emmett, yeah.
Emmett, yay. You told Emmett that that Jackson said he'd be needing these very soon.
Yes.
That's
no,
more what I meant.
I presume he mentioned that, you know, I might need these soon. Maybe us. I don't know. These are just like articles, you know, about the Carlisle expedition. Roger, you know, he was a year younger than me at preparatory, but he never really knew him very well. You know, may he rest in peace. His sister Erica is now running the show.
She's not
Quite
been.
a fine job.
I've been hearing a little bit about these Carlisles over in Egypt, and they've been doing a few things over there.
Yes. Do you mind excuse me just a moment? Because why would he said you would need these papers very soon. Why would Jackson need us to have the papers if Alejandro has obviously already seen them and Jackson could tell us the significance of them himself?
I mean, that would be ideal. I did some preliminary research on the Carlisles and some of their associates before they, again, rest in peace, met the demise over by some of these tribes.
That's why you need good security.
I have some very good security, but I'm going to be, well, if that's what you do, Mr. Hunt, I assume that you're carrying.
Never.
Sidney is going to very obviously reach over and just poke his side that has one of his guns.
High or low?
Probably chest tight. Like
Gun, yeah. Pistol, yeah.
Yes, of course, that's just decoration, correct? A paperweight?
Somebody to throw at vagrants, apparently. Look at Mercy.
Well, what do you say we go and surprise Jackson a little bit early? I had baked him cookies, and he.
Come on, we can get some food here while we wait. We can go play some.
At that time, the clock hits 8 p.m.
Oh, would you look at the time? It's time for us to go up.
Bong.
I thought it was coming here.
We're to meet him, and knowing Jackson, we're going to have to go and drag him out of whatever he's doing in his room to make sure that he actually meets us on time. He does not have the best sense of time.
I want to play chess.
We can do that afterwards.
I've only met him since Peru, but whatever happened there.
Anyway, Sydney's walking up to the room at this point. She's hoping other people are following her, but if not, she knows she has 3 people for backup.
Aveline would follow.
On the way... Sorry, go ahead.
Emmett just might take a moment because he's going to, you know, get someone to clear this up, maybe leave a nice tip, you know, say thank you, everything like that to clear the table. But he might be a minute.
Sydney is basically reaching into her coat and handing Aveline the enchanted knife. With the statement of, don't go flashing this around, but you're better with this than I am.
That brings back painful memories.
It definitely does, but it's been very useful in the last few years, and I have a feeling it's sadly going to be quite useful coming up.
Well, if you need to see in the dark, I'm sure it will be useful.
I have flashlights for that, dear.
Why do you go around with flashlights?
Because I do work at night. I'm an archaeologist. I dig things up.
You're in the city, though.
I get called away for business all the time, and sadly there are remains in still North America that I've been doing some off-the-books work to make sure they get back to their rightful owners.
Okay, are you having this conversation on the way to the hotel room?
Yes. Like, Sydney's walking, and
Okay,
Jack's
cool.
like, back. If Jack's back at the table, he's not part of the conversation. Sydney's already gone.
Yeah, and Aveline's following after her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alejandro's probably, like, in the idea of, like, oh shit. Sydney's doing something stupid again.
Alright, so let's move
Emmett,
here.
I think we need to go.
Yeah, Emmett's clearing his way, but he takes his time, make sure he thanks the waitstaff.
Yeah. Alejandro, do you have everything you would need? Because if not, she basically pulls the sawed-off shotgun from inside of her coat.
Did I come
You kind of
ill
lift
prepared?
the duffel bag and you see the sword strapped to the side of it.
Which is fantastic, but I remember you being a marksman, and I was hoping to have that kind of shot on my side. I was checking if you were carrying that.
Unzip.
Okay. That's all Sydney was checking as she puts the shotgun away.
Alright, so as you
I
make
feel,
your...
I feel underprepared
Wait.
for
Whoa,
what we've
whoa.
signed up for. Wait.
Yes, I'm with the nurse. Or the
Oh, are you
doctor,
not
sorry,
carrying?
excuse me.
Sydney
doctor.
basically pulls out a pistol and says, do you know how to use one of these? Like, she's holding it in the style of, like, offering it handle first to...
I'll give you a hint. Don't throw it at vampires.
And I said, yeah, I know how to. I know how to use.
Are you
this.
better with a handgun or a rifle? I have a shotgun if that's easier.
No, the handgun's great. The handgun's great. I totally don't.
Sydney,
already have
your
one.
paranoia has gotten worse. You do know this,
Yeah.
right?
Have
Yeah.
you talked to Jackson in the last 4 years?
Yes, multiple times.
I've spoken to you in the last 15 minutes, and it's... Ew.
I work with the guy.
Ooh.
He's
No,
He's been
that's
getting himself
suspicious.
into
Everyone
trouble.
who's known Jackson has noticed he's gotten more
Erratic?
erratic, out of sorts. Not normally the happy-go-lucky person who'd drop everything just to have like a big chin wag over a couple cups of tea and whiskey, talking about books and stories and that. He's gotten more reclusive over the last 3 or 4 months.
Not as charming as he used to be.
Oh, no.
Jackson has gotten in over his head, and the fact that he's called all of us together. If you're not expecting trouble, you're a fool.
I thought this was a
And-
reunion.
I was
I'm hoping
expecting
it is.
more medical intervention than a physical altercation.
I am hoping that it's not going to require either. But
Right.
before we go...
Okay,
Yes.
are you walking? Are you
No, like,
walking
Sydney's
towards the
still
room now?
walking towards the apartment.
Yeah. Have you
yes.
checked room 408 yet, or are you going direct to 410?
Sydney is going to direct everybody else to... Is 410 still unlocked?
410.
Because Sydney unlocked it, and she wouldn't have necessarily locked it behind her.
And 410 is Jackson's room.
When you,
Yeah.
well, yeah, when you check the door, I'll let you know.
Because I'm assuming 408's further down the hallway than 410, or is it closer?
408 is
Here? Sydney's going to try the door to see if it's unlocked.
you opened it
Like, on her way past.
Okay. No, the door is locked.
Okay. Do you all want to try and get Jackson's attention? I'm just going to go check on a friend of mine who's staying in the hotel as well. And then she'll walk down to 408 to knock on the door.
Okay.
I
So,
shrug
who's taking the lead to 410?
I shrug my shoulders. It's Jackson's room. I've been here all the time. Like, I've met
Okay.
him here downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go straight in.
That's
I would-
410.
I'd follow.
410's the so 408,
Yeah.
410.
Oh,
is the way left.
410 is over here. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sydney just,
You-
like, wraps on 408.
Yeah.
I'll go to
Okay.
410.
Yep.
Jackson, come on.
Just like that. Jackson.
Jackson.
We're friends,
Hey.
man.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Dave's not here, man.
Hey, you up?
Did you
We got
pause to knock at the
snacks.
door, or you just knocked at the door?
I did the same thing I did before. It was like really lackadaisically, just like lean against the door, knock, like very casually, like very familiarly, like kind of louder than what you would do,
Okay.
like, professionally.
Okay, roll me a listen check, please.
Everyone that's with me? Or just me?
Yes, everyone who's there can roll a listen check. You need to have a hard
Nosy
success.
nurse, please.
Nosy Nurse is on it again.
But a hard success.
You would like a hard success.
You say that. I don't feel like
Emmett's been drinking.
It's fine. Oh,
No.
I hear all
And
these loud people. Like I'm just
Nobody
like
hears.
silence.
It's all Emmett. He's like trying to talk to you, try to get to know you guys. Like, oh man, tell me so much more about Peru. Oh yes,
Emmett,
I'm
isn't
so
there
hilarious.
like a prohibition?
Yeah, but it's fine. I got money.
I'm quite any time I want. It's fine.
Yeah, like, do you want some? As I hand him one of my flasks.
Sydney?
Mhm.
What are you doing at 408?
Just
Oh,
knocking on the
good.
door and getting Gino.
Getting
Gino?
Okay.
You there?
Let me get Gino out. The door opens and you see Gino there. You actually see him just getting kitted up because he would have just been getting ready to come down to you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That was the wrong button.
Yeah, that was the wrong button. That's later.
Splash.
So that door opens up and Gino comes out and says, boss, we might have problems.
Yeah.
Car downstairs, 2 people, 3
Right.
people climbed up.
Sydney basically just has immediately pulled out 2 pistols, calls down the hallway. Jackson's probably got company and not the friendly kind. If the door's not open, you might want to kick it open. Or get out of the way so I can pick the lock.
Jack.
I'll pay for the damages, Jack.
I get
Okay.
away from the
The
door.
hotel knows me.
Strength.
Did anyone try the knob? I'll just reach up and.
Yeah, no. Sydney
I-
did try the knob on her
Chris.
way by.
Yeah, I was about to be
That
like,
was
I
specifically
swear.
what
No.
Sydney did.
No, Sydney didn't go down to 410.
No, I
Sydney
thought
went
410
direct-
was closer.
No,
Like, that's why I was
410
asking if Sydney had
No,
tried.
Yeah.
That's
410
why...
is all the way at the edge. 408 is close
Okay,
to
that's
410.
why I asked for it.
Alejandro just turns the knob. If it doesn't turn,
It opens.
push
As
it open.
Roll me a
Jack
dodge
runs at the door.
Alejandro rolls me a dodge, please.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeet.
but Jack's also just.
I think it
Nice.
might be the dodge Jack.
No. Let me just go to the right map now. I'll just tokens. And it was Alejandro was at the front. In front of you, you see a man in front of you. Before I forget, Karsh, combat. Music is opening door. 410. There we go. And with a massive, it looks like you will probably notice as a panga weapon, and it just almost slices your ear off as this big, giant African knife slices towards you. With that dodge roll, though, you do succeed. And, well, wasn't expecting combat threat so soon. So, where is turn order? Alright, so turn order is up. I get everyone to give me initiative, please.
Oh man.
Don't forget, click your token.
Okay, I clickety click, and then I go to my initiative. I go to my combat.
I didn't click on my toe.
And we warned you about.
You did say clickety click.
I gotta click on my token before I can push the other button.
Quick question: what kind of gun did?
45 caliber pistol.
Oh, perfect.
No, Sidney
throw it.
carries around 4 of them now, just because she wants 3 for herself, and the 4th is in case somebody doesn't have one. Because then she doesn't have to reload. She can fire 7 rounds without having to stop and reload.
I just want to say, your man's got 2 now.
Look, Sidney is now part of a group of people who fight and deal with things in the underworld. Like, she is prepared for a fight and breaking into places and
I mean, yeah,
a
no,
lot of
makes sense.
options. This is her job.
Okay.
She was
Also-
supposed to be Robin Hood.
Alejandro.
I will say this out loud now. You are now inside a big town. You're inside a big city.
Oh yeah.
Just be aware of that.
Yep.
Laws. Remember?
Yes.
Laws.
Okay, so Alejandro, you act first. What are you doing?
I am.
You have
How
just
much
had.
further does the hallway go to the left of 410?
That's it.
That's it. Pretty much 410 is at the edge there. So about
Okay.
2-3 meters.
This is why you were offered a shotgun as a note. It's
Yes.
because we're in close quarters.
Alejandro is now going to get GTFO and back up.
Okay.
And he will draw his shotgun.
Okay, good.
With
He's not shooting it, he's just drawing it. But he backs up and puts Jack in front of him.
Jack is the melee fighter. We're supposed to put him in front of us. He's the intimidating guy. He's the soldier.
dressed in his top hat, glasses, looking like a dire version of Sting.
It's fine.
That's my turn.
Okay.
I
Sidney,
back
you're
up and
next.
draw a gun.
So that you're backed up, draw a gun. That means you've got plus 50 to your next
Mhm.
Your plus
Yeah,
50
no,
dex.
Sidney is basically just crossing the hallway. How far can I move?
Your movement, I think, is 8
Is
or
9.
9.
So I can technically, if I just basically book it down the hallway, make it all the way down with a gun.
Yeah, if you ready your gun, you book it
But-
down. They'll get. Yeah, that was about
Is
right.
there? Can I see the person in the doorway?
Can you?
I'm trying to see around the initiative tracker. Sorry, give me a moment.
Move the initiative tracker.
Yeah, I am moving it. That's what I said. Is the give me a moment? I had to move things.
I would say
I
you
can.
can. I would say you can.
So
Just
Sidney
that.
is basically just has the gun and goes, "You are quite the fool. Get out of the way, and maybe you'll survive tonight, or at least it'll be a quick death."
Ooh.
There's a lot
Okay.
more of us than you, and I'm gonna try to help.
Hey, love
Whatever
that.
role that is, I'm gonna try to help.
I love it.
And you got a short little guy with a sawed-off shotgun behind you.
Nursey?
Which is the real help.
You've got a pretty tough looking woman with a machete that is glowing beside you too.
Would I be able to like juke it around him? Or is he blocking up? Is he large
No.
enough to block up the whole doorway?
No, the door is 2. You would assume
have-
that.
Oh, that got loud.
There we go. You would assume that these doors are wider than normal, so they can get the carts in to do the room service. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let you run in.
2, 3, 5.
Where are you
gonna-
trying to get to?
Looks like there's a wall there.
Yeah, there's a
There's a
wall.
wall
So, yeah, just kind of back over away into the side. I think I could get about here with my movement.
Okay.
And because what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to bum rush by, and then you see the nurse pull up part of the dress, and you see her pull an engraved knife out of her sock stocking, the holder she keeps on her ankle.
I mean, it's a machete, so.
No. I haven't.
You know.
You handed me a machete. Yes, I have a knife on me though.
Yeah.
I have an engraved
She's dual
knife.
wielding.
Wink.
Yep. Keeper, I also did send you just a quick message check.
I'm just putting them in.
Just checking. Because...
We're here to contest your turn order.
Of course.
You didn't have to think. You didn't think you'd have to be dealing with summonings, but you are.
I'm just getting the next thing up. All right, so Aveline, are you peeking around the corner? Or are you going to try to bum rush Colt?
I'll try to peek around the corner. So I'll do
Okay, roll me a spot hidden.
I mean, I spot pretty good with my regular eyes, I feel.
This is a good time for luck. This is a good time for
You can see with your
luck.
regular eyes.
I'm a for luck.
All right, spend that luck. You see a bloody handprint on the floor near the door there.
Yeah, I see that one. Yeah, for sure.
Yep, you see. It's just a regular spot hidden for that one.
Did you see? Is there anyone else like hiding out? Do I see signs of a struggle? Anything else like that? Just
you see signs of struggle. You see.
Okay.
You see an overturned chair. It's like they snuck up behind him, grabbed him, and pulled him into a room. Also, be glad I didn't actually put Jackson's booby trap there.
Booby trap?
At the front door. At the front door. He's learned from Sidney.
Fair.
But Sidney didn't find it breaking into his room?
Exactly.
That could be
The idea was
character.
All right. So Colm's next. Now, in front of you, you see a. What's the best way to describe him? He is dressed in a shabby suit with what looks like a piece of cloth dyed red hanging. So it's pretty much like a red headband, but a little, like, it looks like a tongue, is the best way to describe it, hanging from it. Like, it's red cloth and it's hanging down the face. And with his action, he is going to open up his character sheet.
Just FYI, just to describe Emmett, he's slight, he's thin, he's not very big, he's like of average, maybe even below average height. Very little muscle on those bones.
And a counteract to that, Jack looks like a heavyweight boxer in a suit and a top hat.
In a suit that does not fit.
And a top hat. Yeah.
That, on top of not fitting, has a bunch of guns very obviously sticking out from it.
Yep. With
it's just the coat more than the
yell,
suit.
with a scream of utter malevolence, he yells, "Book it, lads," and will try to run towards Jack, and he is going to attack with his bro. How mean do you want to be?
Mean, go for it.
All right, he's going to attack with his.
Should always be mean. I do oppose. Is
okay. Roll me a dodge, please.
Oh crap! I'm using my luck for that one. There goes 12.
With that, he rushes forward. He comes down. He swings down the panga, and for some strange reason, it hits the door frame. He's forgotten that with a full-on downward stroke, he hits the door frame.
Bang.
Yeah, that's how I'm using the luck today.
Can I do an opposite? Can I do a counter argument for the strike? The strike comes down and hits Jack in the chest on one of the actual guns. And you expect him to actually hit him, but it actually hits solid metal and doesn't do a single thing.
You really want to hit a gun?
Yeah, you want to go off? Yeah.
Yeah,
It
good
would
point.
potentially damage the gun or something like that. Let's just
Yeah.
not do that.
It's only
Yeah.
one.
Wait. Back up.
But if you do a mischance for that, then yeah, they'll
Yeah,
take yours instead.
Yeah, so that'll be that. Right. So Emmett, what are you doing?
Emmett's like
Crazy,
not.
wild-eyed. Lack of a better term, cultist in front of you.
Do you want to wait for me to do something?
Well, Emmett
actually,
has never.
Actually, who's got the better dex out of you two?
We're the same because that's what's off.
Yeah, that's the initiative.
Well, okay, you can choose who goes first next then.
Do you want me to go?
Oh, well, do you want to roll? A dex?
I've got something which.
Well, do you want to roll dex and just see?
Well, you two both have the same dexterity score, so you guys can just choose.
Yeah.
The fact that you're in first just means you clicked initiative first.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you want to just roll a dex and see who has a bigger success, and then we'll just go.
I'm just
person will go
offering.
first?
I can go first. If you're about to shoot, I would rather go first.
How about let's roll a
Okay.
dexterity both, and whoever has a more success, and then there you get to go first.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Punch
Classic roll off. Love that.
So you
Are you
take the hat off.
punching through your hat?
over his
Are you-
face.
Good.
That's
All right.
That's
Roll me
my
a brawl.
with his gloves. 'Cause he always wears gloves.
Ah, brass knuckles. All right. He's gonna roll. Let's see. Keeper questions.
Was a
If they've done an
horrible
attack, they can't. Can they do? They can't do a reaction.
They can only
they?
do one. They can only do one reaction per round. Anything else they respond with is then a penalty die per reaction kind of thing.
Cool,
And
yep,
after two
all right.
reactions, you just go nope. They just take it.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to do a dex check. He has to.
That's an initiative check.
That's an initiative.
thing.
I hate the NPC character sheet sometimes.
It's hard to switch between the normal and the
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah. No, you get him.
That's 4 points of bashing damage.
Punch.
That's really low.
Yeah.
That was a
is.
horrible
That's
roll.
absolute
But
minimum.
Mm-hmm.
1d3 plus 1.
Yeah. That's a one for the
Can
punch,
you
Just
one
roll
for the
me a
damage
roll
bonus.
again, please, just to make sure that that's actually set properly.
No, there was 2 rolls there. There was two ones there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad roll.
Okay, just a bad roll. All right, so you punch him out, and I can just. You see Jack drop the hat.
No, just put the
And
hat
punch-
over his face and then punch through
Yeah.
it.
Actually, technically, then that would be That would be at a disadvantage because he can't see. I'll just
Neither.
roll a penalty.
Yeah, it still hits.
Still hits. No, if it was a crit fail, it would have been double damage.
Either way.
So he is hit for 4, and you see him reel back. And I would say until. Are you holding the hat in front of his face still? So you just done like that and punch.
Punch
Until
through
that-
that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep on punching through that. If you...
All right, then yeah. Any dodge roll he makes has to be at a disadvantage from now on until the hat's removed, because he can't see what's going on. All right, Alejandro.
You skipped me.
Yeah. It's,
Okay,
Yeah,
Emmett.
it's-
Sorry.
Emmett's.
Yeah, and my
Emmett's next.
initiative changed a little bit. It went
Yeah.
from 60 to 65. But Emmett doesn't really understand what's going on. He's not used to this quite brazen displays of violence. So he's going to take a step back, but he's going to raise his gun and stop. Stop right now. Stop attacking him or I'm going to shoot.
Roll me intimidate.
Can he get a bonus die from my BS from earlier of like pointing the gun in the cultist's face and threatening him?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
That is a success.
25. A 27.
All right. All right. Yeah.
That's not a.
That is
That's
a
not
hard
a-
because it's half. Oh no, 27 times 2.
No.
Never mind. Sorry,
No,
45.
it's not
My bad.
quite.
I did bad math.
Wait.
Yeah.
If it's 27, I'll use 1 point of luck to make that hard.
No, you'd have to use.
have
You
to
need
use
to have
Oh.
22. So you'd have
22.
to use
5.
5 points of luck.
I'll use it.
And the luck spent is already started.
Yep.
You spent
Don't-
12 to dodge a knife.
It's
Yes.
a knife.
It's annoying.
Did you see the damage that the knife does?
Yes.
I know the damage that my knives do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So
Why do you
and
think I
with-
handed an enchanted one to our brawling nurse?
Yeah. With that, you see the cultists step back, still with the hat in front of the face. I don't know how many guns are pointed at it. Hands up behind the head, and drop down to their knees.
Gino,
Alright.
tie him up.
Alright.
Is what old Sidney's gonna say.
Okay, so at the. All right,
But
so
regardless, that's fine.
we'll stay out of turn order for the moment, but it's still going to be there. All right, so
Let's
what is
see what's
Aveline-
happening in the.
It's not great. She's running ahead, 100%. Like, is running ahead to where the and we'll try to jimmy open the door.
Okay, the door is not locked, but there is something behind the door holding it closed.
I will.
So you
I
pretty
will-
much try to open a door, you try to push in, and then it gives a bit, then it slams back in your face.
Do I need to brawl this door? I'll shove this door open.
All right, do me a strength check, please.
Okay.
This would be opposed.
Nurse strong. Hard
Oh.
success.
Nurse
Strong
strong.
nurse. Nurse strong.
Right, let me just do that. Oh, I need to get. With this strength of we don't know what you've been, I would say you've been having practice trying to hold down boxes on
Yeah.
on
100%.
boxes
Like
don't want
they,
to take their messes, so you
Yeah,
take a
like-
couple steps
like-
back, you run forward,
yeah.
and let me just where is Aveline? So I'm just moving to Aveline now.
The doctor's always been a badass, so
Oh,
you know,
the
let's
doctor's
just...
always a badass.
Doctor's always badass. I got my doctorate in being a badass. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry. That's what I went to Yale for, being a badass.
No complaints.
I know completely right. Strong.
I think in the next 5-year downtime, I'll go to Oxford or
There you go.
university. I think
On a boxing
I'll need
scholarship.
to buy my way in though.
No,
And
you
you
good in a boxing scholarship. You just gotta be tough.
Yeah, I can do that.
And in front of you is another person. This one is African American. Again, a shabby suit, a little bit less worn, more worn. Again, the same cloth and tongue wrapped around the forehead. And you see a hand to your left, and another cultist at the window, just about to jump out.
I didn't take the gun, did I? Could I throw the knife? Could I throw the knife at him?
At who?
The one that's trying to get out the window.
That's a throw check, not a brawl.
brawl.
Just as a heads up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. One minute. Let me look.
And you've
Yeah, I'm
still
not gonna.
also,
I'm not gonna throw it. I'm
and
not
you've
gonna
also
throw it.
got
Play
the
a
other
baseball
cultist
player.
in front of you.
Right. I'll be like, they're making us a break for it, and then this door is not big enough to jimmy it, but I think the nurse will.
Oh, you've got the door open. With that strength check, you've busted the door open.
Okay. Oh, can I like go in to like try to grip the one that's running by the back?
You can try.
Hey, love
However,
that.
As
The
you're
other guy
running
can attempt
along,
to attack you.
I know, but it's worth it. It's
all
worth
right, he's
it.
gonna do. He hasn't got to have weapon ready. He's just gonna do a brawl.
Do I dodge?
You can if you want. You have to do a
You
hard
dodge
success
I would
on
like
dodge.
to.
because you're doing that.
Dodge.
You
So what's
succeed,
that?
I succeed.
It would normally be with a penalty because of how you're trying to do that. Like you're trying to do another action. So,
Oh, me?
yeah.
Okay. I'll do it.
Okay.
Ooh, still succeeds. Mm.
And you dodge.
Yeah, you actively dodge.
It
It just.
Bob, don't leave. Me and the box has been hanging out. What's up, guys?
I'm just having a look at to make sure that. Did I roll the wrong one? I rolled the wrong one. That's right. We have Colin at the moment, which is good for you. So again, with that dodge roll, he tries to punch, but you, surprisingly enough, are very agile, and you duck him, run
Yep.
towards. Are you looking around the room, or you're beelining to the person?
I'm
in front of
beelining
you?
just for this one to like stop him.
All right, so nothing yet. Okay. And
I mean,
that's your turn.
I see a lot of things with my
Hey,
regular
yeah,
human
there's-
eyes. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but if you're not actively looking at it,
Sorry, how long has this been going on? Because if this has been like
Yeah.
Seconds.
a couple of seconds, Sydney's running inside as soon as she heard the door. Like as soon as it was not good. Because she trusts Gino's got this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
well,
why we've
Am I
gone back
allowed
into
to-
initiative order.
Yeah.
Because I assume that Gino's got the guy. Nursey ran towards the door. Noticed it was not locked. Banged it forward, so we're back in initiative order on Aveline. So Column is currently paid attention to. Sorry, I'm just checking a message. So Column is looked after. Okay, Jack's next.
Jack just runs in. So whatever my movement is, which I'm trying to locate somewhere.
Your movement, I think,
8.
is 8.
That's just,
I had to look all this up last night because of chase rules.
Yep.
That's why I'm trying to grab
so
him. I don't
that's
want
my
to
8.
chase.
That's 8 movement. That's all of 8. I don't, unless you can do 2 movements at once go around.
You can, if you can move that and then do a shooting, but if you're not shooting, you can do 5 times your movement number of feet in a
What about a 2 times movement and a running tackle?
You can do any brawl attack at the end of that.
So 2
It's
times
only
movement
brawl.
and a
Or 5
running
times
tackle.
movement.
Yeah. Because like you have to
Combat
shoot.
in Call of Cthulhu is weird. You can't
Yeah.
shoot in that
Yeah.
time, but if you are a puncher, you can you can move 40 feet in a turn
That's-
and slug somebody.
That's the balance of
ideal.
melee versus
Yeah.
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that,
So-
is that you?
Yeah, because like a melee can just run around. And
Running,
there's, like,
running,
no...
running, flying punch.
That's
Yeah.
that's what you see the nurse
All
doing
right.
right now.
Not even seeing where Aveline is before I throw myself at this guy. That's what
Right.
I'm doing.
Okay. All right. Roll me.
Oh God, really?
You want to spend the luck?
I've already done it.
Spend all the luck on your first show, please. All right,
We
roll
made
the
backups,
dodge.
it's fine.
Found. Oh.
They both fail, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Doesn't matter. So nothing happens. So nothing happens. You try to run dodge into Eguy.
Yep.
Eguy. He dodges, looks at you, and swears in Afrikaner. Also,
I swear back in other languages. I don't actually know languages. It's just the swear words that I picked up. That's all.
okay, Emmett, your turn. You've seen Gino is currently holding on to a disheveled person.
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What's going on? What do I see?
You see, was that a running tackle, Jack?
It was a running tackle punch type thing.
Or running?
Yeah.
Oh, you pretty much like a Superman punch, like using the force of movement
Yeah.
to try to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. So, you see, your new friend, Jack Hunt, running towards this cultist running towards this person with the bandana and tongue, red strip, and trying to punch him. You don't see anything else yet. Oh, you. I would also assume that you would see the blood splatter on the ground as well.
I shakily raise my hand.
Don't
my
shoot
gun.
through me! Don't shoot!
Shoot through him.
Jack's tough. He can take it.
Stop!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's out of character. That is not Sidney.
This is my OOC knowledge. He can take it. He's fine. He's enough hit points.
If it was Sydney will say he can't take it but shoot anyway.
Yeah.
No, Sidney wouldn't, because Sidney needs you to keep the to be extra muscle.
So Emmett's gonna kind of do a very similar thing he did with Colm, but you can decide whether it's a roll to try to convince them or it's a held action to shoot the guy, or not held action to shoot the guy, aiming for this round. I hold up my gun. It's like, your friend already gave up. So is
To that one?
Yeah, to that one, the one that Jack is trying to tackle.
Yeah, for some reason, one character is not coming into my initiative order.
They
So
have
I'm
a
just trying
token?
to- Have a token. I'm just doing that now. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so
Jomo.
that's yep.
Yeah, there's more.
Jomo.
That's the third person.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason they weren't in the turn order, so I'm just fixing that up now.
Yeah,
Okay, so
but I guess I'm talking to Eguy.
yeah. Roll me a again intimidate with advantage, please.
This time,
Luck 10, luck 10, luck.
What you hear in broken English is, got his name now. Midari will have our heads.
Ooh.
Madari.
M''DARI.
Yep.
Madari's gonna get his butt whooped.
Madari. I vocally repeat the name so everyone can hear.
There we go. Posted into the chat.
Oh,
so everyone
thank
knows
you.
the spelling.
Is that your boss?
Are you having a full-on
Is that
conversation?
your
with this?
girlfriend?
Yeah. Do you always report to Madari? You do what
I
Madari
mean, like-
says all the time? I'm just
I would say, is that your boss? But I don't know if I have enough time in my turn. So
You can ask it. There won't be an answer.
Jack's still trying to
Okay.
pummel. He's like, is that your girlfriend?
All right. Well,
It's Alejandro's turn. Or no, sorry, it's Jimmy's turn.
Yeah.
where is Alejandro? Is he
19.
outside the-
I think we skipped Alejandro's second turn.
Yeah.
The second round, yes, you kind of did, but
You
Okay,
skipped
well, we
Sidney
got-
too for the second round. Sidney got
Well,
to threaten somebody with a gun, and
that's
then
right.
Aveline
Yeah.
and everybody went.
I'm not worried about it. Alejandro was helping Gino keep Colm in place.
Okay.
But now that they're shouting, he will move in. This was
At
4.
this time, you know what? I'm going to do it this way. I would say Buford Jones, when your other things is gone, one of Sydney's cronies is out on the fire escape.
Okay.
With a readied weapon. Because it actually does play into what Jomo might do. Jomo is going to try to do a dodge check because he wants to get out of dodge now. So, where is Jomo? You can't see it right now. I've got so many different sheets right now.
There, on the corner.
If you've got lots of sheets, shift double click on the token, makes it brings up the sheet that
Yep, there we
you
go.
have. That's what I do.
All right. Yeah, shift double click brings it because I actually have it minimized.
Yep.
He is going to try to get out of the window. Are you is Aveline trying to grab?
Yeah, I'm trying to yank. Give him up.
Okay.
Alejandro's final step would have been right there.
Yep. Again, no one's actually paying attention into the room, so I can't do that yet. He is going to be doing a dex check against to tackle somebody. Is a strength to dex, correct? Or strength to
This is
dodge?
just brawl.
It's
Is it-
brawl versus dodge because it's a maneuver.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
brawl-
a-
All right, so Aveline, I'll get you to roll me a
I'm
brawl
brawling.
and I'll do a dodge.
We be brawling.
Oh, he's a slippery guy.
He's a-
That's a
On that?
slippery snake right there.
All right.
Oh, that was a success.
How much?
Too.
No, that's a lot of luck.
You would have to
That's a
go
lot of
extreme.
luck.
You had to go extreme because you have to beat the
Oh, yeah.
hard
Exactly.
yes of dodge. Yeah.
That's why it's like it's too much. It's too rich for my blood.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
That
Session 1 of
Jomo gets to the fire
Fire
escape. Unfortunately for Jomo,
escape. There are 2 angry people outside with guns.
there's one angry person outside the gun who is actually going to use their ready to action
Mm-hmm.
to send off their gunshot. So I'm just getting that character sheet. So ready to action.
Uh-oh. We started to shoot people now.
It's not a
On the
Oh.
streets again.
It's
Yeah,
aimed
it
and
was-
point blank, so it would be 2
Yeah.
bonus dice.
point blank from that range.
How close? What's their dex and how close are they?
No,
I
thought they were on the
aren't they
fire
on the
escape.
ground? Aren't they on the ground?
That's what I'm asking. If they're on the ground, then no. But if they're,
Because they couldn't.
I thought they were
access
on the
it.
fire escape.
No, you should be able to see it.
I am not in the room, so give me a sec.
No.
Yeah, we're not in the room.
Yeah.
And we can't see from.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, because they're NPC characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
The character. Where's the ruler? It is not point blank. It is a bit of a distance because it's 3 rooms.
Because he's in the room a couple down shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
22 meters.
What's the weapon he's using?
A Colt 45 revolver.
Okay, that would count as long range. So it'd be normally with a penalty die, but if he was readying and aiming, it would just be a neutral roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal.
All right. This is Buford Jones's turn. A success. He's
No
already done
penalty.
his, no penalty because it was a long
He's
range.
readied it.
Ready, yeah.
He was just
It was
like
an
he
aim
was
shot.
just right there.
Flat.
Yep.
All
5
right. Well,
damage.
That's 5.
there it is.
How much does Jimbo have? Is that,
Yeah,
is,
Jimbo,
that,
Five,
how many-
probably.
is that critical? That's what I'm saying.
Is that more than half his health? Yeah.
Half
No,
more?
it's not.
Stamina check.
Okay. Respect.
Nice.
I was toying around the ideas of bumping these people up as well to act the rule set, but I'm still toying around the idea. So not part of his thing, but there is
He could fire
something
again.
with a penalty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he does a second shot then with a penalty.
Nope.
Oh,
critical
that's a
and-
crit fail.
It's a double 99.
No, that
Yeah.
would have been if that had been
9.
with a bonus, that would have been a 9. So that would have been
Yeah.
almost an extreme.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that second shot, you've drilled into your employees. Look after your weapon. However, Buford doesn't do that half the time. He
He's
normally
not a
doesn't carry
gun
a weapon.
person normally.
He's a getaway driver more or less. He's the person you usually want in the car, but Miss
Or
Bannon's
punching
in the
people.
car today. So yeah, so he's not used to being this far away. So with
Yeah.
that weapon, it jams, and the weapon is rendered useless for the rest of this combat.
Okay.
Oh, unless he spends a turn to refix it.
He can spend a turn and roll a firearms check to basically
Yeah.
try and fix it or mechanical
Yeah.
repair. But
All right.
regardless.
If that's the turn,
does Sidney hear gunshot? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
yep. Sorry.
All right. Sydney
hears
is
a
running into the
gunshot.
room.
Okay.
I thought it was Alejandro's turn.
Oh wait, yes.
Is it? Oh, I'm
that's
sorry. I
Alejandro.
had it scroll down. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's Alejandro.
Alejandro, what are you doing?
Jack and Dude are tangled up right in front of me, right?
Not tangled.
No tangle. There is
Okay.
a space to get through, but you would
Alright.
assume that Jack and
I can't.
the other cultists can get occupied, so you could get through if you tried.
Okay, so I'm going. Yeah.
Okay.
You may want to go to Jack first, and then
And you see now we've got enough people in the room. We can actually show this.
and sanity check.
Actually, I'm going to slightly modify what I was doing,
Yep,
even
that's
though
fine.
I have little chance of doing this. Walk up behind the guy that Jack is with, because I have the sawed-off shotgun, put it up to the back of his head, and say, "Stop."
Emmett still has his gun raised too.
Roll me intimidate check with advantage.
And if both goes off, Jack's in the firing line because point blank with a shotgun,
Boom.
I'm still
Not
likely to
fun.
get hit.
You can die for cover. It's fine.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, my
that doesn't
intimidator's
dive.
crap.
Come on now.
Yep, no, intimidates crap.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
15
crap.
against
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, it's 15.
Holy
That's
hell, your
rough.
intimidate's crap.
Yep.
Well, he
It's base.
doesn't deal with people.
He just deals with money. Come on.
Money and creatures.
You would normally assume that, like, most people with a shotgun at the back of their head would go, hey, I'm gonna stop now, but,
Cultists.
Hey, the dice say no.
And
Yeah.
that's why you have
I
the
know.
bonus dice.
Alright, so
Um,
that's
Yep. So that was my action to try to get him to stop.
okay.
Now I'm at
You know-
blank though with the shotgun.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. That's. I do not look forward to Alejandro's next turn. Actually, I look amazingly forward to it.
I don't.
Jack, you might want to move. Your turn comes before.
Jack may need a parka. I'm about to go Gallagher on a guy.
Sydney, it's fine. This is Sydney City. She's okay with this.
You've had one gunshot, so.
Yep.
My hat's
Oh,
on.
she's expecting the police to be on their way.
My hat's on the other
Yeah.
guy. I can't even catch the brain matter as it splats on me.
All right,
You're
so
gonna need a new
Gino
suit.
is still holding on to column.
Yeah, basically, I'm assuming Gino's just tying this guy
Yep.
up.
All right, so for perspective, I'm just going to give him a strained. Okay, so
There is a
Sydney,
key,
what's
a
your turn?
lock thing on that.
Yep.
Sydney's basically just gonna check with Gino. Looks
Come
like,
on.
oh, why do I have a lock on me?
Because you
'Cause I
should be
got
locked
the wrong
up.
person.
I'm like, Gino's not tying up Sydney. If he is, there's a different problem.
Be like,
Okay.
things have gone wild.
That usually costs
Um,
extra. Okay. All right. So, Sydney, your your turn now.
Yeah. Trying to
You
think if I can
you
get
can
in.
get
Just
through.
go.
You can get through columns, or he's not resisting.
Yeah. All right. Where do I see? Just coming kind of into the room because I can't see much. Is that a door up over here or?
You see much, or just deep. Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
Instead of going all the way into rooms, just go to the corners so you can see the rest of the room.
Is that okay if I do, just so I can kind of
Yeah, go
see
for
what
it.
the character would do? All right, because the question is, okay, Sydney can see that. Is there
Let's go
room
away.
to get by there still, or would it have to be more like her going out?
No. There's still room to get by.
Okay, then Sydney has 9 movement, so she's just gonna book it through them into this room.
And we skipped her, so I say give her extra movement.
Nah,
No, it's fine.
she was ordering her goon to do.
Sydney was taking care of other business. You guys have this guy handled. Sydney's not worried about that. Her concern is either the running away guy or Jackson. because she's looking for Jackson.
Oh, is that
Well-
the?
Oh, yeah.
Is that
Maybe
the mark
Jackson.
on
Are
the
you
pa-
looking down
bed?
on the body now on the ground?
Oh, probably.
It's on bed, right?
If you look at the body, it's upside down. It's face down. But you've seen him enough times. This is Jackson Elias.
Oh no.
More the thing is, breathing or not is her concern because there's the nurse right there.
That's right. The
She's
nurse.
wanting
the
to know
nurse
if it's
is,
worth.
The nurse is going to like turn to tend to whatever is left of Jackson if someone goes after the.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Sydney's concern is whether or not she's. Basically, Sydney's preliminary glance is: does he look to still be breathing? If not, then she is going to be running for the window. Because there are people who need their kneecaps shot out. And they need to start talking.
Okay. You would also hopefully we've got the handout finally.
I saw that. That's what, if you ever see me doing this, it's me looking real close at any of the handouts.
See.
Yeah. I see the handout.
Yep.
So, alright. Sydney knows what she's doing.
Okay.
She can't, Actually, you know what? I can attempt to pistol whip this guy. So she's gonna attempt to pistol whip him.
All right, and he's already tried his dodge, so next dodge is at disadvantage.
Yep.
And hello, Neko, Sammy. Well, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. We are in a fight with an old friend. Well, in a fight with cultists who just killed an old friend, we believe.
So would it just be like an improvised weapon? Is that a D4 instead of a D3?
With the gun,
Yeah.
it'll be D4, yes.
Okay. Do you okay if I roll that because it's rolled a D3 because I don't have a pistol whip?
Yeah, just roll a D3 and add that one to it.
I'll just do the 4 damage.
Yeah, just do the 4 damage. Now he gets a chance to dodge with a penalty. Yeah, you get him.
Get him.
Is he still conscious? Is he still alive?
And that was 4.
Yeah.
Yes, still alive.
Is that more than half his current health?
In total, or
No, his current health when I hit him. Like, if he had 8 or less health when I hit him, he has to make a con save to see if he stays conscious.
I'm just trying to think. 7. He was at 7, wasn't he?
He was at 7. That's 1.5.
Yeah.
Yep. Then
so-
Yeah.
con check. Oh, fucking
Yeah, he stays conscious.
Okay.
no, wrong. I'm rolling the wrong person.
Oh,
that
that's
was
Buford.
That's Buford. So again,
Jomo,
I'll
come
do
on.
his. We'll keep his dex, but
Come on, Jimmy.
we'll roll his con. No, you. Come on, roll
There we go. Just.
with that penalty. No, he's out.
That guy was big. 80.
Yeah, he is massive.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he is.
But Sydney knocked him out.
Yeah, you knocked him out. He is on a rickety
That's
fire
okay.
escape.
Oh, he wasn't surviving the night regardless. It's just whether or not he gets to be the one talking.
Or if he falls.
That's what I was gonna say.
Either way.
Is he-
Yeah.
Buford's
If he
gone.
falls,
That-
that's the problem solved. She doesn't have to decide.
with that. All right, so we'll go on to that's Jumo. So what's Buford's turn?
Probably
He-
getting over here, in all honesty.
Will he shoot again?
Probably not, because if
His
Sydney's
jam.
here,
Guns.
Yeah.
His gun.
his
jam.
gun's jammed. So probably,
Guns,
Yeah, he'll
if
spend
Sydney
his
can see him, it would
yeah.
be he's coming to her for either instructions or just to be extra muscle, or he's heading down to the car.
So, Nursey.
Like one
I
of
would
the
say he's heading down to the car.
Okay.
Nursey.
The nursey, now seeing that this guy's taken care of, is going to pop up on the bed, jump over, and recover your position, see what can be done.
You set him up. As you look close, okay. First off, you're looking close at Jackson Last. I'll get you to roll me a sanity check in a few moments.
Oh, good.
It's the corpse of your friend. There's a sanity check
it's a
involved.
Fair enough. You know, I deserve that.
I mean, none of us deserve it, but it's what we have.
Yeah, I deserve it because I'm the one that said, no, I'm going to go look closer at this, which is most likely my friend. That's the part I deserve.
All right. Just waiting for the sanity check to come through while I try to find something else.
Oh, I have to roll it now. I didn't know if this was a...
That is a crit fail.
That is a big old crit fail.
Not max, like, it's... Crit, like, 100 would be max loss, but...
Yeah.
This is still usually a higher die.
Yeah.
Bump it.
Originally was going to be a D4, but it's going to be a D6 now.
Okay.
Do the 6.
Oh, you...
Oh,
Is that
You are so
come
lucky.
on.
Very
Just
lucky.
that little bit more to roll over to 5 to then get the manias.
on my screen? I have to take a screenshot of this.
It's
Yeah.
on ours
on
too.
the
It looks
edge.
cocked.
It is
Yeah.
stuck on the edge. It looks cocked.
It's on ours too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cool.
it is.
I want to let you know, this is just for everyone out there. My sanity is at 69. Nice. That's all I needed to say. I'm good. Nice.
Your friend's dead, but your sanity's at 69. It's good.
It's
It's how Jackson would have wanted you to go out. wanted to go out.
But as you look closely at the face of your friend, departed friend now, Jackson Elias, if you look at his forehead, it's actually got a ritualistic symbol cut in his forehead. I'll show this to everyone because reasons.
Okay, that looks terrible.
That looks familiar.
I was actually going to say, at that point, could I get you to roll me a knowledge check, please?
I do.
Or a recall knowledge.
Is that just regular knowledge?
Yeah,
or-
just roll me a regular knowledge.
Is that
Like a
intelligence or education?
Oh, actually,
Knowledge.
Or a cult.
No, sorry. Knowledge is an education. That's a no roll. An idea roll is intelligence.
okay.
So
I'm just trying to remember because this is similar to the signal you saw in Peru.
yeah.
And just want to roll education, intelligence, or occult.
I would say
Probably
either.
would be if you're trying to remember, that falls more under intelligence or education. So keep your
But
choice.
if I want to know what
If
it
you-
is,
Yeah, if you want
Yeah.
to know what it is,
then
That'd
it's
be
a
a cult.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a cult.
But we have occult experts. So
Yeah, that's why
Or
it's
not.
not going to happen. But I will.
Yeah.
So I won't. I don't know what it is, but do I remember what it is? Yes, I remember seeing it before.
Can I then ask our amazing producer who made the intro movie that said, "Who is this?" Now I can say who this is because that's
Yeah.
what's listed under that photo on the intro movie.
we just need to make it. I'm not going to update. Actually, I might actually. I'll make a note.
I recognize the photo. It's in it.
Yeah.
There's a tag saying "Who is this?" on the intro movie.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your turn, I think. Is that right?
Mm.
Oh, with the education for Miss Baker, yeah, it's the same signal you would have seen in Peru.
Yeah. So I know that this is a Peru sigil, but it's not something that I necessarily know what it is, which is fair.
Okay.
Colin's being arrested.
And then-
Tom's still
is it-
arrested.
Not alive.
Oh, do me a medicine check.
That's really what I wanted. Like I was just gonna flip him over and be like,
Yeah. The rest is just
it's
reasons.
flavor. It's flavor.
Flavor.
Hey, I'm good
He
at that
did.
medicine.
He did.
Yeah, he did. I thought so. I thought he
Very.
did, but like you sometimes you gotta check.
No, the whole thing with the face.
Yeah, the face,
Yeah.
the cut thing, the lack of
His eyes are still open.
Yeah.
Lack of insides.
the body is still relatively warm. It's been done recently.
There's no breathing. That's a big tick off for a lot of
Yeah.
living. And
You
not
hold the
living.
mirror in front of his face. He's fine. Okay.
No, I just put
anyway.
my hand on his nose.
All right. So, Jack's turn.
Jack's
You have
turn
Alejandro behind you,
with a shotgun,
holding
which
a
is
shotgun.
right facing my face.
Are you going to punch or are you going to dodge? What are you going to do?
I'm going to pull both guns, one to his face and one to his groin, and then tell him to give up.
He's got 3 people with guns on him, and 4 guns.
But only
on
one
him.
person that actually has intimidate. And that's
Sidney
me.
has it.
No,
going
I
to
have
say-
I have all the social skills.
Right, success.
They'll just
Do I get another
success.
one?
Can give you another one because you got 3 guns, 3 bonus dice.
Okay, it's all successes.
Yeah. He just curses and spits in your face. But Daddy will have another face tonight.
Sydney's in the room now, and she'll go, "We are very much looking forward to it. I'm sure his head will look lovely on the wall."
Does he give up though?
It's a sneak. Oh, he gives up.
Okay.
And I think we're out of turn order now because all the opponents have either been knocked out or given up.
All right.
And I think we might be finishing it there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, you guys keep... This is Sydney's life. You keep acting like, oh, Sydney's gotten more paranoid. This went better than most encounters she goes into.
It wasn't necessarily paranoid. I was just like, wait. I came here because I've been asked to like appear, and I thought it's like just like a health check, like a wellness checkup, and then I'm over here like, oh, well, he's not well. He's dead.
Sydney was
Could
not
I-
expecting the dead part.
Can I get 2 people, just for my circus and research for next week? Roll me 2 spot hiddens.
Emmett's very paranoid right now. He's like very scared. He's looking around. He's gonna try.
Oh, or Sydney.
Nice.
Okay.
2.
Nice. You two
And
fine.
everyone. Actually, fuck it. I don't know. Everyone can run me spot hidden because this dictate what I'll do for next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it helps you prep.
Hard.
Oh,
success.
damn. All right.
Cozy nurse. I'm like checking under the bed.
I really hate to ask this, guys, because I'm down to 8 luck. I am 1 point away from an extreme success.
Brah.
Do
With
it.
all those successes, you
You
get
know you
everything
want to.
that's in the room.
You know you want
that's
to
what I
do
was
it.
checking.
Oh.
No, I was asking. That was more also a question for MLP. If there was a benefit to spending the luck.
Spend the luck and I'll think about what I can give you for next week.
Sure. I'm down to 7 luck.
Okay.
7.
7.
7.
I
I've
mean,
been in
that's-
single digits all day.
That's 7 luck. What the heck? You have so many.
Yep.
Well, just to show people, are we on? Is the stream on full faces or on map still?
Full face.
All right, I'll keep it there. I just want to show the rest of the crew this because I was up to 4 a.m. last night trying to work out chase sequences, and we don't do a chase sequence
Oh, wow.
up to this for a chase sequence.
Oh, that would have been intense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would
that's
it be
why,
like
that's why I just
leapfrog?
fudged the rules for chase sequences.
Chases done right are really fun.
Yeah.
Fudge rules.
Chases done right by the player's perspective is chases that end before they start.
Yes, so true.
Yeah. So, we'll do our outros. We'll start with our keeper actually.
Ooh,
hello.
keeper.
I am MrLiveProducer. Thank you for joining us for episode 1 of. I'm calling it season 2, but it's chapter 1. Masks of Nyarlathotep is weird, and this has been. I've been working towards this for a long time, but I've enjoyed every moment of it, and it's just been great running this with people who just love the roleplay. And yeah, you can usually catch me at twitch.tv/MrLiveProducer, where I do VR content and other stuff. And you can also catch me tomorrow morning, where I either play Burlock Ungard, your Dwarven Ranger, or Jake Fist of Fury, who I play as the Fish Keeper. No, I say Fish Keeper, but it's the Bloodhound Fish Keeper Shuni in our Pathfinder 2e game. Alright. I've got so much to read there.
Eguy?
Hello, I'm Eguy. I've been playing Emmett Barnes, our local neighborhood dilettante, and glad that I'm finally introduced with the rest of the party. He is getting quickly caught up to speed with how this group of friends operates. He's a little out of his element, and he's very quickly about to step into a room where he sees the dead body of his dear old friend, and he has his 45 still out.
Don't worry.
I'm
gonna cover the. I'll cover the body. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right.
No, he wants to see it.
No.
Okay.
You will.
Say, Caitlin.
It's a surprise every time. Welcome to the spooky month. I know, right? That's part of the spook. I am CestCaitlin. I go by Cat. I was Aveline Baker today, your wonderful nurse. I stream sometimes. I make funny voices often. And you can find me on such places as Twitch, YouTube, sometimes neither. Who knows? I just kind of live out in the ether.
Okay. Eon Victory?
Hello, I'm Eon Victory. I have been playing as Sidney Tyson, our archaeologist turned mob boss who's sadly getting proven right every time somebody calls her paranoid that isn't actually paranoia if everything she's worried about happening actually happens.
It's just precaution.
It's still paranoia. It's still paranoia. It's just you're right, but it's still paranoia.
Are you sure? I'm sure it's not paranoia if they're out to get me.
Yeah,
No.
if they're actually attacking me, it's a little bit different. Regardless, Sidney will be very interested in what these three fellows have to say about the death of her friend. But if you guys want to see me in anything else, you can catch me here on Call of Cthulhu or on Wednesdays over at Eon Victory on Twitch, where I stream various games in the evening. So,
Okay. Phoenix?
Hi, I am Phoenix. I have been playing Alejandro Garcia. Wealthy guy with a messed up face, and now debating why in the world he answered the call, and wondering if his shipping container is going to have bodies in it soon.
You haven't.
If you want to find me in other places, good luck. I'm not really out there that much, so.
We're a bunch of recluses. Sorry, guys.
To answer Egui's question, like that we haven't. It's like no. There's three bodies. Sorry, there's 4 bodies.
We haven't killed anyone yet, is what I was saying.
No. They are.
no, we haven't killed them yet.
There are 4
That's
bodies.
correct.
Well,
There's
there's
still
4,
4
but one's probably going to be reported.
For sure.
Maybe.
Well-
I don't know.
Well,
Depends what happens.
we need to have at least 2 bodies reported.
Yeah. So
The
we're not to
killer,
blame.
and then the mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Karsh Goblin. This is Goblin KJV. This is my channel. I love it. I love all these cast members. I love MrLiveProducer putting on this show for us. Tomorrow we look like we're finally getting into D&D. If not, I'll be running Circus. And probably the only reason to do that is to annoy one of our players who keeps on changing her diaries from one to the other and one to the other, and she's running out of space. So it makes me super happy that if I run my game tomorrow, if I run the Circus game tomorrow, she's running out of more space in her diary to which game is going to be on each fortnight. But that's what's happening on the channel. We do a lot of role-playing games, and we've got a couple of Pathfinder games. We've got D&D. We've got City of Mist, which is on our YouTube channel only. We do have a YouTube channel. All our stuff comes up on there, and we've of course got the the Call of Cthulhu Masks of Nyarlathotep mega campaign, which is this one here. So we're going to be raiding someone I've been wanting to raid for a long time. They've never had a role-playing show when we end a show. So we're raiding Super Dylan. Super Dylan's really cool, very activist and equality role player. So we're going to be raiding Super Dylan after the credits roll. Thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you for the raid. So it's Neko Sami, thank you so much for that. And Severa for the follow as well. And that's for us today. So bye. And
Bye.
see you tomorrow.